Can you guys believe it? Can you believe it? The 2026 World Cup is here. The Earth has gone around the moon like 4 times already since the last World Cup. Time flies so fast, incredibly fast. And we're here. We are here. They're saying, am I nervous? I'm not nervous for this game. I got my energy drink. I'm doing good. I'm not nervous for this game. I'm Bafana all the way today. Today I feel South African. That's what I feel today. Today we're all Africans from South Africa, more specifically. Isn't that where Elon's from? So today we're all Elon Musk today. We're all going to be Elon Musk today. We're South African, even though we're American right now. So today I feel South African. Look, I predict a Mexican win in this opener, but I will be rooting for South Africa. Okay, that's what I'm going to be doing today. And can you guys believe it? The United States plays tomorrow. We play tomorrow against Paraguay. It is insane to me. And I already muted Fox. My antenna was not working to find Telemundo, so I had to put on Fox. And boy, oh boy, we didn't let the Somali ref come into this country due to like terrorism allegations, but this right here is pure terrorism as well. I can't believe I have to watch this or hear this, actually. Lyndon Donovan, it's just completely unbearable. Whoever gave Lyndon Donovan the mic should go to prison. I know this might be a hot take. That's just the way I see it. It's unbelievable. And they're saying, what about Alexi Lalas? I did not hear Alexi Lalas. When he showed up on camera, I had it already muted, so I don't know what Alexi Lalas said. Right now, Chicharito's on screen. Don't know what he's saying. Don't care. I'm just looking forward to the game. They're saying, tactical manager, where is the opening ceremony on Fox? I didn't see it. Now that you've mentioned it, I've had the TV on for a while. They didn't have the opening ceremony, did they? Have I gone crazy? Or did I miss the opening ceremony? No, they didn't have it. They didn't have it. It's unbelievable. Now, one thing I want to tell you all, before we even start going through the Mexican starting 11 and South African starting 11, this is your last chance to enter our free World Cup bracket. If you go in the description of the stream, you'll see here, free to enter World Cup bracket. So I know a lot of you don't want to go into Underdog and you don't want to, put your money into Pick'em or predictions market. You're not into that, and that's fine. So I talked to them, and we've made a free-to-enter bracket. That is just so all of us can interact, play against each other. I'm in the bracket as well. There's, I think, 80-something people. The top 10 will get Underdog bonus credits to play at Underdog. The top 10. I think number 1 gets 1,000 Underdog credits. So it's free to enter. It's just a World Cup bracket. You go there. You put your group predictions, your knockout round predictions. Whoever gets the most right wins. I thought it was a fun game because I know a lot of you don't want to go in, don't want to put your money in the app. That's okay. Do whatever you want. But I talked to them and we made that. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. It's something I wanted to add this World Cup. And hopefully you guys join the bracket. I'm trying to hit 100 people in that bracket since it's free to enter and you guys can win prizes with it. So might as well do it, give it a shot. But remember, you're going to be going against me. Do you really think you can beat me? Come on. They don't call me tactical manager, taller, better looking Tom Cruise for no reason, right? The whole world calls me that. The entire world. Greg, thank you for the super chat saying, I have a father from Monterrey and a mother from Texas, so I rep both Mexico and the U.S. men's national team. So a 4-1 Mexico win. That's fair. That's fair. You have Mexican heritage right there. I don't have any ties to Mexico, besides the fact that I've traveled to Mexico twice. By the way, lovely country. I know I pick on Mexico a lot when it comes to soccer, more specifically, but I've been to Cabo, beautiful place, one of the most beautiful beaches I've been to in my life, and I've been to many beaches in Brazil, Florida, Hawaii, and Cabo's up there with all of them. Been to Mexico City twice also, and that was an incredible city. Food, the vibes in the city, things to do. Honestly, I know some people are going to disagree with me. Quite safe. They talk about how Mexico, and I know there are areas that won't be safe, but Mexico City, I felt quite safe. Beautiful city, by the way. I loved it. I want to go back to Mexico City. So, again, I'm going to be rooting against Mexico today. I'm sorry about that. This is soccer, but at a personal level, I loved every time I've been to Mexico. Incredible country. Um, they're saying Frank Castor didn't. They didn't have it, but you're crazy. They didn't have it. Oh, okay. So they didn't have it, and I am crazy. Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. I've been told I'm crazy by many people, but it is what it is. They told me I was also crazy to go to the $1 million tournament and coach, and look at that. We did an incredible job in the TST this year. We won every single game at regular time. We lost at round 16 because, again, the target score rules are weird. But hey, I was coaching at the $1 million tournament, which is more money than the U.S. Open Cup. Keep that in mind. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs saying Fox sucks. I miss ESPN covering the World Cup. ESPN was better. It was better. It wasn't great though, but it was better. Usually the best coverage is in Spanish, right? Usually the best coverage is in Spanish. But I wasn't able to get Telemundo, whatchamacallit, on my antenna. I wasn't able to get it. And everyone's saying, tack the spot. Yes, I forgot. Before we continue, as I said, we have the free World Cup bracket for y'all to enter on the Underdog app. But if you do want to play Underdog's game, let me see how many people we have in the bracket right now. Our bracket has 85. I want to hit 100. We have 85. It's free to enter. All you have to do is click on the link in the description to enter the free bracket and make an account. And then do your own bracket. And if you win, you win. But you have to do it before the game starts. It is not fair to enter the bracket after a few games have been played already. Okay? So before we continue, a quick word from our sponsor, Underdog. We'll be back very soon. Do not go anywhere. And everyone, if you're here already, drop a like. The game is going to start in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. But I have a lot to talk about. I'm going to talk about Mexico here in a second. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in 1 minute. So, the biggest soccer event in the world will happen here in the United States this summer. Or shall I say, the biggest sporting event in the world. And you know what can make it a little bit more exciting? Underdog. And the game I like to play at Underdog is called Pick'em. And it's very easy to play. I just click on it, scroll to the soccer section, pick a player for a specific match, and select the stats I believe will be lower or higher. It's very easy to play. I usually pick the downside of the stats because hate watching a player is much more fun. Trust me. But then again, analyze the players, his stats, who they're facing, and how he has been doing before you make your pick, so you can make sure to win. Underdog also has their very own predictions market. And you can download the app right now using the link in the description of this video and the promo code TACTICAL. And in the process, you'll be helping the channel and yourself. Because new customers get $50 in bonus entries after they play $5 and use the promo code TACTICAL. We got very creative with it. So again, don't forget to use the link in the description and the promo code TACTICAL. And thank you very much, Underdog, for sponsoring the channel. Okay, and again, if you want to enter the bracket, it's in the description right here. It's the free to enter bracket. I just tagged it right there. You can see it on screen. And you will win prizes if you finish ahead of me. But again, good luck. No one's going to finish ahead of me. I will finish first because it's my own bracket. I'm not losing it. So, N. Correa is saying, do you think Turkey is better than the United States? I wouldn't say better. I think they have two players, Yildiz and Arda Güler, that would be our best players. I do think those are two players that are even better than like Pulisic, even though Pulisic's been looking a lot better for us now than he did for Milan for the second half of the season. But I don't think Turkey's better. I think it's very close. It's very even. Regardless, I think it's crucial for the United States to win the first two games. It is crucial. We have to win the first two games. Get to the game against Turkey with 6 points, hopefully only needing a draw to top the group. I've talked about this extensively. Could we go far without topping the group? Sure. But if we top the group, we get a much more favorable bracket. We have to top the group. Okay? We have to top the group. Let me get I'm going to get Mexico. Let me get to Mexico's lineup here very soon. They're saying Memo Ochoa, World Cup legend, is not playing for Mexico. He's not starting, at least. He's on the bench, right? NL5703, can you do the South African clicking language? I have no idea of what that is. I have no idea. Don't they speak English in South Africa? Or am I mistaken? I'm pretty sure they speak English. I'm pretty sure they speak English. Okay. Brother BKL Sports Entertainment Show. They're saying anyone else using the Underdog link doesn't actually take me to any kind of bracket. You're using the bracket link on the computer or phone. It has to be on the phone. The bracket is only in the app. So you have to get the app. If it's on the phone, it should take you to the bracket. We've had over 80 people joining, so it should be fine. Brother BK was saying, what's good, Felipe? What's up, man? Long time no see, and happy that it's the FIFA World Cup day. Yeah, the 2026 World Cup starts today. For the next 39 days, we have nonstop soccer. We're going to have a lot of hate watches. We're going to have a lot of love watches. We're going to make love throughout the game. We're definitely not going to do that. That's really weird. I don't know even why I said that. We have a lot of great games to watch, a lot of hate watches. Like today, we're hate watching Mexico here together. I'm just saying, also, I don't root on any team, only just for having fun. How is it going in Too Sweet? How's it going in Too Sweet? I'm doing good. Today we're going to be hate watching Mexico. Tomorrow we have the United States, right? We're going to have the United States playing Paraguay. It's going to be a very, very good game to watch tomorrow. The biggest, I would say, every game that goes on in this World Cup for the U.S. men's national team, it'll be literally the biggest in U.S. men's national team history as it progresses, in my opinion. Frank Kessler saying the link didn't work for him as well. Well, guys, just try the link again. Hopefully it works in the app because 80 people joined. 80 people were able to join. They click on it, they go download the app, make an account, and it should work. They're saying working on the Panini album for the World Cup, and my son believes you look like Senegal's player, Yvan Diouf. Let me see. Yvan Diouf from Senegal. Let me see if I look like Yvan Diouf. Okay, guys, his son thinks I look like this guy. I don't know, man. Let's see. Let's see. This is the guy that his son says I look like. Do I look like this guy? What do you guys think? Do I look like him? Or, sure, maybe I don't look like this guy, but what about this guy? I have a guy that you guys might think I look like a bit more. What about this guy here? I think I look more like this guy. I'll show you guys. Hold on. There it is. That's the guy I think I look like more. I see some similarities with the youth, but I look more like this guy right here. Definitely closer to this guy. We have a lot of similarities. I'm just a bit taller than him, but everything else, we look very similar. If I told you we're siblings, you guys would believe me. Literally, like, look, I'm right here. It looks like the same person. Look. This almost looks like me and Tom. Like, look at this. I also look like Brad Pitt a little bit. See? It almost looked like it's me and Tom. Maybe I look more like Tom Cruise. Sorry, not Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt. Definitely much more similar to them than Diouf from Senegal. But thank you very much. Thank you, Kenny, for the super chat. Spicy Jeff. Let's see. Spicy Jeff is saying, my blood test said that I have high estrogen. I feel feminine. What should I do? Talking to the wrong guy, dude. I don't know. Do whatever you want. I don't know what you should do. If you feel feminine, just act feminine. I don't know what you should do, Jeff. Do whatever you want. But again, if you're a dude and you have high estrogen, you should probably get that checked. Maybe it's what you're eating. Start exercising. Maybe do something about that. Just do something about that. Kenny, I hate you. I don't hate you. I don't hate you. This is a good one. Paint your nails for the World Cup. Yeah, Jeff, if you're feeling like that, just paint your nails. Make yourself look good for the World Cup. Okay. Okay, so Guys, you're saying that Memo Ochoa is starting for Mexico. Let me see the Mexican starting 11 because maybe FootMob doesn't have it right. Let me see here on X if I can pull the Mi Selección Twitter, and then I can probably see who are the starters because. So let me see if Memo Ochoa is not starting. It's Rangel on goal, the goalkeeper right here. He's starting. Raul Rangel from Chivas. Chivas had a very good season in Liga MX, right? Even Brian Gutierrez, that is also playing for Chivas, born, raised in the United States, developed in the United States. Brian Gutierrez is starting for Mexico in the World Cup. This is wild, right? This is a player that we weren't even calling up. We weren't even calling up. And here we are. Brian Gutierrez is starting in the World Cup for Mexico. This is insane. Um, and then they have Reyes, Montes, Vasquez, and Gallardo in the back line. Lira is the central defensive midfielder. Fidalgo and Gutierrez there. Quinones on the left. Alvarado on the right. And Raul Jimenez, to me, their best player. He's going to be playing up top for Mexico. Now, what I want to see here is Mexico's bench. They do have Memo Ochoa on the bench. Luis Romo's on the bench. Edson Alvarez, he's also been benched. Who's singing now? Let me see here real quick. I don't know who this lady is. She's singing. I don't know. There's a lady singing right now. Edson Alvarez on the bench. Gilberto Mora, one of the biggest Mexican prospects of all time, honestly. He's also on the bench here. Gilberto Mora. Obed Vargas, another player developed in the United States of America, young prospect that now plays for Atletico Madrid. He's on the bench as well. Alexis Vega with the number 10. He's also on the bench. And our beloved Santi Jimenez. This guy's in the World Cup. Santi Jimenez is here. Who would have thought? He's here. Mora bench. I think Mora's coming back from injury. But look, when you look at the Mexico bench, Edson Alvarez, Gilberto Mora, Vega, Alexis Vega, Obed Vargas, Santi Jimenez, they have a few options, man. They have options. Now, in terms of South Africa, I don't have much to talk about this team. This is a team that's looked fairly competent throughout their cycle, but my knowledge in their national team is not that big. So we're going to learn a lot about Bafana today. I wish them the best. I hope South Africa pulls a win. I truly do. I really hope South Africa pulls a win here. But ultimately, I don't know, man. When I was doing my prediction, which I did my predictions for Underdog, and again, this is not financial advice. If you're going to make your picks on the Underdog app, make sure to use the link in the description, but this is not any financial advice. This is just what I did. I picked Mexico to beat South Africa today. I think Mexico will pull the win. And tonight, I'm pretty confident that also South Korea will pull a win against Czechia. I'm pretty confident that'll happen. Those were my picks for the game. I do think Mexico will win. Now, I did do that also to hedge, mainly because I hope Mexico loses. But at the end of the day, hold on one second. At the end of the day, if they win or they lose, I win at the end of the day. That's all that happens. All right, back to the game. Pete should be joining us soon. They're having still some live show, which I don't know. Does anyone know who that lady was? Does anyone know who that lady was? I don't know who that lady is. By the way, everyone, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Drop a like. Also, if you haven't dropped a like in this video, just do it right now. It takes a second. How many likes do we have? How many likes do we have? We have only 155 likes. That's it. And we have over 500 people here for the first live watch along of the 2026 World Cup. I will be streaming every Mexico game, every USA game, and on our Brazil channel, Chappelle Football, which the link is also in the description, the Chappelle Football channel. I will be streaming every South American nation. So if you're Colombian, Brazilian, Argentine, Ecuadorian, not Paraguay because they play the US. So go to Chappelle Football. The link is in the description. Make sure to subscribe. All the South American streams we will be doing there, Uruguay, Colombia, everybody. Everybody. Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle. Let's see if I didn't miss. It's finally starting. Yes, we're 7 minutes away. 7 minutes away. They're saying, why isn't Edson starting? I don't know why Edson Alvarez is not starting. I know he's fallen off quite a bit over the past 12 to 24 months, but I still thought he would be a starter. I still thought. They're saying, Tack, I heard Brazil called you up for the World Cup, but you politely declined so that Neymar could go instead. Is this true? Yes, it is. There was a lot of pressure from the sponsors, and I had to let Neymar go to the World Cup. And hopefully Neymar plays, man. Hopefully Neymar does play in the World Cup at some point. He's out in the first game. They're saying, how did you get on Newsweek? So I don't know anyone from Newsweek. What happened was they emailed me a week or two ago, whatever, saying they wanted me on the show called All In. They emailed me and said, hey, would you be down to come for the show? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I've been going to multiple channels. So that's what happened. They emailed me. I never reached out to Newsweek. I didn't know who, honestly, I knew who Newsweek was. I just never really knew they were even talking about soccer. But they reached out to me and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. Why not? They're saying, hey, Tack, love you. Thank you very much, keeping tabs. But you've been rude to me on X many times. No hard feelings, though. No hard feelings. It's okay for us to be rude to each other. Hopefully you're doing well there in Houston. Are you going to any games, by the way? Houston has a few good games, man. I think next week Portugal plays there in Houston. I think Portugal plays there. They're saying Tack on All In podcast confirmed. No, it's just one episode. Just one episode. I have my own show. I have never any plans on having a show with anyone else because I enjoyed this. I enjoyed just being able to say whatever I want. The problem with being guests on shows is that I end up having to be a little bit professional. That is the problem. I don't enjoy that. I know this may shock many of you, but I'm not the most professional guy here on YouTube, right? I say a lot of things that people wouldn't want me to say on their show. And then when you go as a guest on another show, unless I go to Pete's show, you have to kind of behave and you can't make like sex jokes. I don't know. Pete, we made it to the 2026 World Cup and we were not canceled. I almost was, but I wasn't canceled.
So far, so good.
Do not say that. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I almost got canceled once, but I didn't. By the way, I looked at Mexico's bench. I don't know the updates on Mexico there, but Edson Alvarez on the bench, Gilberto Mora on the bench. Santi Jimenez makes sense, right? Raul is a much better option. And
Yes.
Brian Gutierrez is starting, dude. Brian Gutierrez.
What an arc for him, right? Not being good enough for the US, although frankly, better than Luna. We just never gave him a shot. But that's a different discussion. But to start for Mexico, I mean, that's an incredible moment for him. To start over Gilberto Mora is huge.
Yeah, and it's crazy because Brian Gutierrez went through. He was not going to go to the World Cup at all. All of a sudden, he is starting in the World Cup opener for Mexico in the Azteca, the same stadium.
Yeah.
Maradona won the World Cup. Pele won the World Cup. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Did you miss the opening ceremony, by the way? I was waiting for it on Fox and they never showed it.
Yeah, I talked to the chat here because I was like, wait, I had the TV on, and now that because I didn't think about it, and I'm like, wait a second, I didn't see the opening ceremony, so apparently Fox didn't have it on. Apparently,
yeah, it's bullshit. They were showing an empty SoFi instead while Shakira's performing. Like what?
I muted Fox. It got tired. Like I started to hear like Lyndon Donovan, and it started to give me anxiety, and it
Alexi
just
Lawless.
I didn't even hear him talk. It's just like Lyndon Donovan gives me anxiety these days, dude. When he talks, I always think, what is the next stupid, idiotic thing this guy's gonna spit in my face?
But not just that, he also talks like, so I think that we're gonna do good at the World Cup, and I think Pulisic's going to have a great tournament as well. So I'm excited.
Yeah, at least pretend
It's
you're
so
excited, right?
monotone. It's so monotone when he talks.
He doesn't even pretend to be excited. There's no charisma, no aura, which is insane because he was a professional player. But to be fair, I want to bring this up, Pete, because I saw this. I don't mean to bash any of our players as we start, but I was just like, Pulisic, you have to go a different route here. I want to bring up a quote from Pulisic that I was just like, dude, you can't say this. You can't
What he
freaking
said.
say this. I'll put it on screen, guys. And again, I hope Pulisic has a great World Cup and everything, but I do have to bring this up because it's just like, dude, okay, let me just bring it up and you guys will see it. So this is what he said. For me personally, it's not like all that much in changing. It's just another big tournament, to be honest. USMNT star Christian Pulisic on the latest edition of the GQ magazine. I don't even know what the GQ magazine is, but it's like, dude, it's not just another big tournament. It's the biggest tournament in soccer in general. It's only every 4 years. There are many players that never get to play it. There are many players that only play once, and every country's obsessed with it. It is 100% not just a big tournament. And on top of that, he's playing at home.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think he's talking about for himself. Like, if he overhypes it in his mind, this is the most important thing ever, he can end up putting a lot of pressure on himself. We know Pulisic, he gets pressured very easily. So I think for him, he's talking about his own mindset. And if he just sees it as another big soccer tournament to go do well in, it'll actually help him play a little more relaxed. That's what
Look
I
at
think he's
look
trying
at
to
what he
say.
said here. He said a lot of people are trying to make it even more than it is. I get it. It's a huge tournament. Shrugs. He always shrugs, right? He talks like this. He's like
Yeah.
talk. It's just another tournament, man. Just like
Yeah.
yeah.
I've always been playing well, but now only thing anyone ever cares about is goals.
I hate to bring it to him for this one. Every game he's gonna play in this World Cup is the biggest game of his career.
Yes. Yeah.
Him
So much
it
pressure.
like it or not, that's the truth. This is every game he plays here is the bigger than the Champions League final. This is a
Yep.
World Cup in your home country. Not many players get to experience that. And if you're gonna say he won the Champions League, it doesn't matter. This is bigger. You go to who was it again? Not Cristiano Ronaldo, because that guy's freaking lunatic right now. When he talks about the World Cup, because he did terrible multiple times in it. But I think it was wasn't it Marcelo that they asked if he would trade the 5 Champions League for a World Cup, and he said yes.
Yeah, of course. Most athletes in the world, I think, would trade a Champions League for a World Cup.
Yeah, the crazy thing, and I know some people might take this out of context or disagree with me, but if you win a Champions League in your career, you don't automatically become a legend, right? You just don't. That's the truth, right? There's many
No,
players that have won, and it matters. Like
maybe
it's a
for
big.
one club, but even then, you can win the Champions League and not become a legend. Pulisic is not a legend at Chelsea, for example, just because he helped them win the
No.
Champions League.
Winning a World Cup, or in Pulisic's case, winning is not the most realistic thing, but just he could become like a legend of the game if he leads the US to like the semifinals. He becomes
Oh yeah,
automatically a legend.
oh the biggest ever. I would argue the biggest ever. In fact, if we make a quarterfinal, that'll be the best the U.S. has ever done. And if Pulisic is at the heart of it, he'll become the greatest player we've ever had. If he leads this team to a quarterfinal finish in this World Cup, he becomes the greatest player.
They're saying you're not a legend by winning the World Cup either, though. As one of the main players, yes, you are. Yes,
In
you
your
are.
country, you are, yeah,
Mm-mm.
100%.
In your
I
country,
mean,
you are.
look at Messi. No matter what he won with Barcelona, a lot of people in Argentina were like, never won it for Argentina, so it doesn't count.
Neymar right now.
Yeah, multiple Champions Leagues.
Neymar has won one Champions League, one Libertadores, won the Olympics of Brazil, Confederation. He's won everything in his career besides the World Cup. And what has he seen in Brazil? Like most people just talk him down. It's like, of course, if you win a World Cup as the 26th man in the roster, sure, many people are not going to remember of you. But we're talking about Pulisic here. If the U.S. makes a deep run, it's very likely going to be Pulisic being one of the main players, if not the main player. It's a
Oh
fact.
yeah, we need Pulisic to carry this team.
Oh, they're putting in Diego Luna commercials, like
On
awkward,
Fox.
awkward,
Yeah.
little awkward, just a
Well,
little
my
bit.
girlfriend, who doesn't really watch much soccer or know much about it, she goes, "How come?" She's been watching a lot of commercials today as we're like leading up to it. And she's like, "How come I don't see that one guy that was in a bunch of commercials before?" And I was like, "Oh, Diego Luna." And she was like, "Yeah, the little short Hispanic guy. And I was like, yeah, he's not there.
You should have made up a lie or something. You should have made up a lie or something about him. Oh, Brazilian refs. Brazilian refs.
Wow.
Brazilian refs. By the way, for this game specifically, um, I'm rooting for South Africa. I'm just being straightforward with everyone. I don't want Mexico to win, but my prediction is Mexico gets the win today.
I think so too. I think I think they're going to start a little nervy because a lot of pressure. They're at home. The Azteca can be unforgiving at times. But if Mexico starts well, like if South Africa scores first, I think the
Like in
pressure
2010.
really, yeah, I think the pressure is going to really get to Mexico. But I think if Mexico starts well and starts building momentum, I think it's going to be all Mexico. I just think the moment is so big for them right now. And even though they don't have the same level of team that they used to have, they've definitely improved the last 2 years with some of their personnel, I would say. Right? Even getting Fidalgo has been a bit of an upgrade. Gutierrez is not an upgrade, but definitely as a depth piece. Gilberto Mora obviously is a big one. And really, the back two for me is huge for Mexico. Having Cesar Montes and Johan Vasquez anchoring your back line. We would take that in a heartbeat in the US.
Hmm. Yeah,
I mean,
and
well,
then
we would take Richards over Vasquez, but like Cesar Montes or even Richards and Vasquez, we would take that.
or if we play a back three, you take those two with Richards.
Yeah, put them, flank them on either side of Chris Richards. That would be huge.
And then saying, did Tack finally watch Shaolin Soccer? I haven't, guys. I haven't had time. Did you guys see how many videos I've been uploading both channels? I haven't had time. That is something I'm going to do once the World Cup is over and I just like tune out of soccer for at least a week. Well, that's not really tuning out of soccer if I'm watching that. Jeff is saying, I just took my high dose of Viagra. Good for you, Jeff.
Oh, Jeff.
I just don't understand why you would take that for a soccer game, but you do you. Have fun. Keeping tabs. Hey, Pete, love you from Houston.
Hey, how you doing, man?
F man, angry man, say I'm still bummed that we lost Vargas and Gutierrez. Yeah, looking at it now and the players that we brought in the roster, it almost feels like we could have used them.
Well, so I'm more bummed about Guti because Vargas was always going to switch. Like he always wanted to represent Mexico. He was never going to represent the US. Guti, we were his first choice, but we had to do Diego Luna type instead. So we brought him to everything and we wouldn't give Guti a chance. So finally he got sick of it and switched.
Pete, are you using your mic? Because it's like cracking. I think is it where's it the input? Is it your mic?
Yeah, it's my mic. Let me go in and out.
Yeah. See if it works there. Okay, so we're gonna put here. Let me put this on screen while Pete gets in and out. I'm gonna put the score. The game's about to start. 5 minutes later than scheduled, by the way, for some reason. And that's all. Everyone, make sure you join our bracket now. Well, it's your last chance to join the bracket. If you haven't joined it, it's too late now. The Underdog bracket link is in the description. Now it might be too late to join the bracket. Yep, now it's too late. It started. Too late to join the bracket. But if you want to join Underdog Fantasy, the link is in the description. And if you play, you get $5, or you play $5, you get 50 in bonus credits to play. The game has started. By the way, everyone, I have an antenna, so I will be as live as you can get. I have an antenna, so I am as live as you can get. Mexico in possession with the back three here. Who's dropping deep? That's what I want to figure out here. Who's dropping deep? It's Johan Vasquez. And the one dropping deep is the central defensive midfielder, right? That's who's dropping deep. So that would be Lita. Lita is the one dropping deep. So when they're building out of the back, they're shaped in the back three. My time is exactly as it shows on screen, guys, because I got um I got an antenna. It was actually much cheaper than anything getting the antenna. Pete, do you have an antenna?
No, I'm still on streaming. I'm on Fox.
Oh,
Fubo.
I'm already at minute one. I'm in the future.
I'm in minute one also, but I'm
What?
about 10 seconds in.
No, I mean I hit 1 minute already.
Oh, wow. You are in the future.
I'm in the future, yeah. I'll know what happens before FootMob does. So It looks like, well, it's just the beginning of the game here. South Africa just sitting deep and Mexico holding possession. The thing with South Africa is if Mexico scores first, it could get ugly for them because
Yeah.
Mexico is probably nervy to start the game. They get that one goal and the nerves go away, and the crowd also, dude, it's completely sold out as expected. South Africa has a lot of players that play in South Africa, from what I noticed in their roster.
Yeah, I think they were very hyped because they did well in World Cup qualifying, but they weren't great at AFCON. And in their
No.
they've been quite underwhelming. I think they got a little overhyped, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why I have Mexico winning 2-0. Mexico's defense has been quite good under Aguirre. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
That is one thing I do envy from Mexico because for the US to go deep, that's to me, that's the one missing piece with the United States. It was a very strong defense, a solid goalkeeper. Um, Not that Rangel for Mexico is a world class goalkeeper, but he had a very good season with Chivas in Liga MX. Chivas was quite good. Um, and we don't have that defender wise. They're much more solid with their defense. It is what it is at this point. They're saying, why is Donovan doing commentary? Guys, I muted the TV. I am not listening to Lyndon Donovan.
Yeah, I'm sorry, especially calling a Mexico-South Africa game.
Ooh, that was a hard hit. How's that not a yellow? I would have given that a yellow. That was a bit of a hard hit. Yeah, dude, that has to be a yellow. Can I give time check? Guys, my time is matching what's on screen. There you go. Exactly what's on screen because I have the antenna. So whatever you're seeing on screen is my time. Did you see the hit already? That was a hard hit. So free kick here
No,
for
I'm throwing.
Mexico. So Guti is on set piece duty, dude?
Yeah, I guess.
My goodness. We just gave Mexico a key player then. Yeah, he's taking
Yeah.
terrible free kick. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, that should have been a yellow. I'm seeing it now
Right?
on Alvarado. It's crazy that Alvarado is still starting for Mexico, man. Like they haven't found better.
Yeah, and Chucky Lozano freaking disappeared, right?
Disappeared. Even Diego Lainez, remember him? He was supposed to be the next big thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and everyone that's saying that I'm ahead of you, which is rare, but I'm finally ahead of many people. If you guys don't want any spoilers, is what they're saying here. You can just pause my stream for whatever amount of seconds I'm ahead of you. Okay. If I'm like, oh, Mexico's through. Ooh, what a save. My goodness.
Yeah,
Raul
Mexico are
Jimenez.
starting really well.
Yes, dude. That was a clean shot from Raul. A good shot and a beautiful save. My goodness. A left-footed striker from Raul Jimenez low, and the South African goalkeeper makes a semi-difficult save. The only way they pull a result here is if they keep holding this 0-0 and Mexico starts getting frustrated and the crowd turns against them.
So I think if 30 minutes, if they can hold on for the first 30 minutes, then the crowd at Azteca will start getting on Mexico's back, and Mexico will start to feel the pressure, and that's when you can start to make crazy mistakes.
Or a counterattack like right now. Almost.
Ooh, I just saw the save. Crazy
Yeah,
how
it
far back I
was
am.
a nice save.
That's a very good save for South Africa. Raul. Israel Reyes, the right back, so much better than Jorge Sanchez, who they used to have.
Yeah, that they try to convince us that he was better than Dest.
Yeah. And even Diego Luna couldn't look good against Jorge Sanchez. He made Jorge Sanchez look like Cafu in the Gold Cup final.
Dude, people when Luna was left out of the roster, I was like, whatever. I mean, if he was in the roster, out of the roster, I was like, whatever at this point. He was probably fighting for that 26 spot. But the people acting as if he was a snub, it's like, guys, seriously?
Ridiculous. He's not a
Dude,
snub.
there was someone that posted an article. I think it was like an actual journalist that this was the biggest USMNT snub since Lyndon Donovan in 2014. It's like, are you fucking serious?
Most of those people have no idea what they're talking about, or they're just MLS shills.
Like the way I saw Luna or I see Luna is if he was in the roster, it would have been something bad. Like it's all right. It's like whatever.
I mean, I'd rather have him than Roldan, but the problem
Yeah,
is we had like him or Zendejas. I'd probably rather have Zendejas.
Zendejas a better player.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Zendejas is playing very well, in the same league as most of these Mexican players.
Yeah.
He's playing very, very well. So again, in mods, you guys can ban the spammer in the chat. You guys can ban the mods. Let's help out Mexico with the ball. So far, Mexico much better. There's one little shaky moment for Mexico there in transition where they left way too much space, and if it was a team with more quality, it would have punished them. But Mexico's clearly the better side. Clearly the better side so far. Mods, come on, guys,
Yeah,
help
get
me
rid of
out.
this guy.
I just did, but the mods need to help me out here.
Well, the thing about South Africa is they're so bad when even when they get a good break, it's like they can't string 3 passes together.
No, they don't look good at all. Like Mexico looks clearly like the superior side. Like the way things are going here should be 2-3-0 Mexico in this game. Not now,
Yeah.
but like by the end of it.
By the end, yeah. If Mexico can keep up this momentum, they're dominating possession, they're having the ball. Guti's playing well.
They're
South
pressing and they
Africa
should
looks
press.
scared.
They should press. South Africa
They
cannot
should
press.
absolutely press. They can't play. They can't pass. Such an overhyped team, to be honest.
Yeah, mods, just don't block Spicy Jeff. I know he goes over the top sometimes and then people end up blocking him, but just let Spicy Jeff be Spicy Jeff. He's like a channel
He's our
mascot
wild
at this
card.
point. Yeah. Just let Spicy Jeff be himself. He also disappeared ever since he said he took Viagra. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay.
How was that not a corner for Mexico? It looked like a corner.
Yeah, dude. The thing with Mexico is if they don't get the lead in the first half,
Oh
they're
my
gonna be in
God.
trouble in the second half. They're also running a lot. They're pressing the living shit out of South Africa right now.
South Africa looks really nervous, man. They can't even build out of the back. They're losing the ball building out of the back. They look so nervous, and the quality looks really poor from South Africa.
Well, Mexico also has some decent options off the bench that we talked about, right? You do have
Yeah.
Edson Alvarez on the bench. You do have Gilberto. Oh, a steal. Quinones, goal. 1-0 Mexico. 1-0 Mexico, Quinones. They press. They take the ball. And South Africa
Yeah, now it's going
is
to be a
down.
bloodbath. It's going to be a bloodbath now because South Africa are cooked. The stadium's going to get behind Mexico, and I think momentum's going to carry them here.
1-0 for Mexico. Yeah, dude, this is not going to look good for South Africa. Also, every time they
It's not going
press,
to look
they
good for
crumble.
AFCON in general.
No. Dude, they can't play out of the back, and they're trying to play out of the back. Every time Mexico presses, they're screwed.
Just crazy. Quinones scored, you said? I'm still not at the goal. Oh, my God.
Yep.
That's it right there. Oh, my God. Why are they trying to build out of the back? Why? Wow. That's just terrible from South Africa. I mean, it's a good finish by Quinones, for sure. But
Good
that
finish,
is,
but also the goalkeeper, man. Didn't go under the goalkeeper.
yeah, it's this South Africa team does not look good on any level.
Dude, my prediction was 2-0 Mexico. It's going to be more.
It could be worse, yeah. If Mexico score another one before halftime, I don't think South Africa is making a comeback. They just don't look like they have it at all.
Dude, what I've seen for the first 10 minutes here, it doesn't look like they have it regardless.
No, they don't have anything.
They can't connect 3 passes.
Oh, it went through the keeper's legs.
Yeah, the keeper's bad. Everyone's bad. Mexico already had 2
Oh, my
clear-cut
God.
chances.
This is so bad for South Africa. Oh, my God. What is that stance? Why are his legs so wide on that and flat-footed? Bro, Mexico's going to score again.
Yeah, it's just going to get ugly for South Africa. Also, Mexico's probably not going to go easy here. They're at home. They want to put on a show.
Yeah, and also you want to get goal difference as early as possible, right? Because that could affect your ranking. The more goal difference you can ratchet up, that can affect your ranking.
I think didn't Mexico just beat Serbia 5-1 in a prep game?
Yeah.
Was
No,
it
it
actually
was it Serbia or was it Ghana?
Serbia? Just checked. I don't know,
Also
but
Serbia?
yeah, Serbia, but it looks like they were missing a few guys, but still they beat Ghana, they beat Australia. Mexico's been catching good form right on time for the World Cup. And look, the biggest concern, if I was a Mexico fan, right? My biggest concern would be just dragging that 0-0 draw right further into the game. That would
Yeah.
be my biggest concern. Mexico got the first goal and they're dominating. They're not going to be nervous anymore.
Yeah.
They're going to get to, honestly, the way it's going, dude, unless Mexico hits the brakes here, it's going to be like 3-4-0.
Yeah. All right, Tack, I'm going to be in and out, yeah?
Okay, I'll see you soon.
All right, see ya.
So 1-0 Mexico here, and there's absolutely no doubt of which side is better. Absolutely no doubt. The goal was scored by Quinones. Good press from Mexico. Oh, long ball to Raul. Raul try to save it, and he's able to save it, and that's going to be another corner for Mexico. 12 minutes into the game, another corner for Mexico. This South Africa team looks really, really bad. They're not going to beat Czechia and South Korea if they play like this. I'm just hoping this is just a bad game from the Bafana Bafana. I'm hoping it's just a bad game from them. Right, corner kick here for Mexico. Ball goes in. Oh, Raul just heads it wide open, and it goes just a bad header. He heads it up, but again, no one marked Raul Jimenez. It's the second time in this game where Raul is just floating around in the box. One, he hit a nice strike with his left foot. My goodness. Is this actually a World Cup team? And then they try a through ball and they give it back to Rangel, the goalkeeper. All right, Mexico again playing out of the back. Yeah, they're saying wide open header. Yeah, they're just leaving Raul Jimenez wide open. Dude, that's probably the best or second best like center forward in CONCACAF. And they just like, well, we're not going to mark him. We don't need to mark Raul Jimenez. It's okay. He won't do any damage. Surprised Raul hasn't scored yet. It was Quinones off a press. Mexico tries to go long again. Guti tries to win it, and then South Africa finally wins something. But South Africa can't even hold the ball for a second. They can't hold the ball. They can't connect two passes. Do I think fan pressure is affecting South Africa? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Like, these teams should be used to playing in hostile environments. Africa has passionate fans, sold out stadiums. They play in AFCON. I don't think that it's the crowd. You could make a case for the altitude, but I feel like the altitude shouldn't really affect them till the second half. Because Mexico City, for those who don't know, you're playing in the altitude. But I feel like the altitude should affect them later in the game. Right now, it looks like it's like a technical problem. They can't string together like two passes. I've been to Mexico City. Now, I didn't play a professional soccer game, but I've been to Mexico City twice. It's fine. Like, if you put a ball on my foot, I'll be able to connect a freaking pass. But so far, so good for Mexico here. 1-0 lead, and I would say semi-dominant performance. Mexico's been clearly the better side. Fifteen minutes in the game. And yes, no one's going to be ahead of me. You know why you guys are not going to be ahead of me? Because I installed a freaking antenna just for the World Cup. I did it for you guys. I did it for all of you. All I ask, Guti, lose the ball, and then he fouls the South African player. All I ask in return is, could you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel? Just do that. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much. We have 250 likes in the stream. 250 likes. Let's try to get a maybe 500. And thank you very much, everyone. Free kick here for South Africa, 15 minutes and 30 seconds. Ball goes long. Ball headed. South Africa still has the ball. Ball goes wide. South Africa with the ball here down the left. Let's see what they can do off this. They're finally connecting a few passes, and then they just, what the heck was that cross to? Did you just like kick the ball into the middle of nowhere? Free kick here for Mexico. I am actually a little bit stunned with the lack of quality of South Africa. I am a little bit stunned, not going to lie, just a little bit. I thought they would be at least semi-dangerous against Mexico, a little bit. By the way, everyone, what I have on screen right now is FootMob. I use FootMob for many things, right? You guys know this if you've been following the channel. And we partner with them. They're not sponsoring this video, but I have a link where they track the downloads. If you guys want the FootMob app, download it for free with our link. It's in the description. It's just a way to help the channel for free and yourself, dude. If you don't use the FootMob app, you're missing out. So link is in the description if you want to use it. Just say, what kind of antenna you got? I don't know if there's a name to it. It's just kind of like flat. It's like white, squared, like this big. Look on screen right now. And it's just flat. So I glued it to the wall and I connected it to the TV. And it's been working very well. I don't really know what the name of the antenna is. I just bought it at Walmart. Okay. Still 1-0 Mexico here, and things are not looking good for South Africa. They haven't really been able to connect enough passes. They haven't been able to create anything. Mexico did leave some space on the counterattack, but South Africa didn't have the quality to punish them, didn't have the quality to do anything, honestly. And Mexico's had a few dangerous plays outside of the goal. Jeff Carey saying, thank you for that thing you did for me. I didn't do anything for you, Jeff, but thank you very much. I didn't do anything for you. They're saying, Josh, I already use FootMob. Should I delete and download from your link? If it's not too much to ask, sure, if you want to. Yeah, it's free. It's just some extra work for you having to delete and download. It's not a lot of work, but yeah, if you can, it would be great for me. The more downloads I get, the better I look with them, and then possibly I can have a partnership in the future. Guti sends it out wide. I think that's Alvarado. Alvarado. Here comes Mexico. Mexico with the ball. Ball goes wide to Reyes. And they're going to probably have to reset the play. Nope. They found Quinones. Quinones. Oh, he's going to try to shot. Ooh. Out of bounds. Did that deflect? Look how easily Quinones got away from the defender. Oh, it deflected? Is that a corner for Mexico? They're saying I see 310 likes. 310 likes. Put this here. $20 minutes now. Actually, 19 and 30. And free kick here for South Africa, 20 minutes into the game. See, I see 310 like. We'll get to 500. We'll get there. We'll get to 500 very soon. We'll get to 500 likes very, 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 very soon. South Africa here with the ball. Trying to build out of the back. That's the scare. It's because Mexico's not pressing as much now. Of course, you can't do that insane press the whole game. South Africa finally connects a pass or two, and then the dude just literally passed the ball straight up to Cesar Montes. Like, I don't know who number 2. Oh, that's a foul. It should be a yellow. That should have been a yellow. South Africa's had a few hard challenges. I don't know who number 20 is, but this guy is terrible. Gives the ball away, then just does. That's a yellow card. That should have been a yellow card. He was also stopping the counterattack. I'm sorry, that should have been a yellow. That's the truth. It should have been a yellow card. 21 minutes. Quinones goes through. Raul Jimenez back to Gutierrez, out wide to Alvarado. See what Mexico can do here. Alvarado crosses it in, cleared by the South African defense. If you press South Africa, they pretty much give the ball away every single time. If you press them, right? Pretty much every single time. They're saying, I'm watching via a Belgium cable. We're about 20 seconds ahead of you, Tech. How? I'm watching via antenna, and my timer matches football. How are you 20 seconds ahead of me? Okay, 22 minutes now. Yeah, Mexico also did a very good job in pressing South Africa for the first like 10 to 12 minutes. And then, oh my God, Rangel, what are you doing? He just gave it away to the South African player. Shaky moment there from the Mexican goalkeeper. Gutierrez tries a tackle. No, wait, that's a free kick. Free kick for South Africa. It is a free kick for South Africa. Okay, that's actually a dangerous free kick. That's not a smart foul from Gutierrez. The South African player was not going to do anything. And honestly, he doesn't really hit the African player too bad, the South African player. But it could even be, oh, what was Rangel doing there, the Mexican goalkeeper? They're asking, is Mexico expected to win? Yes. In my opinion, Mexico were the favorites. They were expected to win. And based on how the game is going, they're looking more and more like the favorites. It's just that they have to find a way to kill off the game, right? They have to find a way to do so. They're only up 1-0. "23 minutes and 30 seconds here into the game. Free kick here for South Africa. The Azteca seems quiet. Ball goes in, cleared by, I think it was Montes. I couldn't tell. South Africa with another cross, a terrible cross, one of the worst I've ever seen in my life. And Quinones will have the ball here for Mexico. 24 minutes blocked. That'll be a goal kick for Mexico now. Goal kick for Mexico. Did Guti get a yellow card? Are you sure? Let me see. Did he get yellowed? Let me see. Brian Gutierrez got a yellow card. Brian Gutierrez got a yellow card. They say, why do you think Ochoa isn't starting? Look, I don't know. Like Rangel was having a good season at Chivas. Maybe Rangel right now is just a better goalkeeper. I know that Memo Ochoa does show up in the World Cup, but again, Rangel was very good for Chivas this season in Liga MX. They're having the hydration break, which is a commercial break. Commercial break right now. We have quarters in soccer. It's pretty much a basketball game now. Pretty much a basketball game. FIFA is going to make more money than ever in this World Cup. They're going to make more money. And you're going to say, is that a bad thing, a good thing? Look, if they make more money and it's not at the detriment of hurting the event, which, by the way, they have hurt the event. It's just the truth. I love the World Cup, but they did hurt the event. That's the truth, the reality. Then, yeah, it is a bad thing. Ticket prices were an issue. The way it was marketed was an issue. There were a lot of problems with the World Cup, right? And then there's also like all the field drama, off the field drama, everything that's happening. So there were a lot of problems in the World Cup. They're saying, I don't mind a split screen commercial, but this is ridiculous. No, it's just, dude, it's a straight up commercial break right now. Straight up commercial break. They're literally doing it. I should probably play an ad as well. I should have got multiple sponsors. I should have got hundreds of sponsors. And every time they do a break, I should have put an ad. But here am I. I only had my Underdog ad. Which, by the way, this stream is brought to you by Underdog. If you want to play Underdog, the link is in the description of this video. The hydration break, guys, hydration break, it's just an excuse, right? The truth is, it's what they wanted is to put commercials, and put commercials they did. It's a commercial break. I should have monetized the commercial break. I should have done it myself. Diego is saying, hey, Filippo, are you happy with your rival Mexico? No, I didn't want Mexico to win. As I said, this was a hate watch. But the way this game is playing out, I don't see how Mexico doesn't win this game. I don't see it. Frank saying, I missed the 2022 Jimmy John sponsorship. They didn't want to come back. They didn't want to come back. We have a few sponsors for this World Cup. The main one is Underdog, obviously, but we do have others like FootMob at some point will be one as well. We've had a few others. But yeah, Jimmy John's abandoned me. They didn't want to work with me anymore. I don't know why. It might be that I'm not corporate enough. That's the truth. It's what I was talking to you guys about. When we talk about when I go as a guest for a show like we talked about Newsweek, I have to like act professional. And I hate it. I hate it. It was fun, the interview, because I'm sure I was talking to an audience that probably doesn't know much about the World Cup. So it's fun to give them facts and educate them on soccer in general. But being professional is just not my vibe. That's not how it works, right? That's not how I work. Okay, so the game is back, by the way. 28 minutes. The game is back. And South Africa already loses the ball. And here comes Mexico on a quick transition. A change of phase of play. Ball behind Quinones. Quinones goes back. Mexico has the ball once again. Mexico with the ball. Saying I'm never eating a Jimmy John's. No, we don't boycott Jimmy John's. They were nice to sponsor me. We should not boycott Jimmy John's. Do not boycott them. They were very nice to sponsor me in the last World Cup. They didn't want it now, and that's okay. Do not boycott them. If you like them, go get it. Saying I'd rather watch your commercials than FIFA trash. Yeah, I mean, I'm sponsored by Underdog here. That's the commercial. That's the commercial. We'll run the Underdog ad once again later on. Quinones out wide. Here comes Max. I just don't want to put commercials during the game. I just don't want to do it. Here comes Mexico. Brian Gutierrez shoots it, blocked. And South Africa will get the ball again and do absolutely nothing with it. Absolutely nothing with it. They're saying, Snow is saying, do you think the overall disappointment of this World Cup so far versus its likely financial success will continue into future World Cups? I think so. I think so. I mean, it sucks to say this, but that's what happens to most things in life, right? As they've become able to monetize something better, the priority becomes money. And I think FIFA will continue to do what they did in this World Cup until it hurts them financially. I think a lot of the ways how US soccer and FIFA and the leagues, the professional leagues, NFL, NBA, Major League Soccer, everything, the way I think they mainly measure success is how much money they made in that specific event or whatever that business is. That's how they measure it. So if this is the most profitable World Cup of all time, they will consider it a success, right? Regardless of what happens. So will they do this again? Yes, they will. They will. Think about it this way. I live in Orlando, right? I didn't grow up in Orlando. I grew up in Long Island, New York, but I live in Orlando for like 10 years already. Disney keeps raising their prices. It keeps going up and up and up and up. But their theme parks are making more money than ever. So you're going to be saying, for how long are they going to keep doing it? They're going to keep doing it for as long as the theme parks make money. They're going to keep raising the prices for as much money as they can do, for as much money as they can make for as long as they can. That's how it works. And it sucks because when I moved to Orlando, I think you could get like a Disney annual pass. I could be wrong, for like $500 to $600 a year. with no blockout dates. Now it's like 1,500 or something with no blockout dates. And they're making more money than ever. So why would they change? You see, it's the same train of thought when it comes to the World Cup. So to your question, yes, the financial success means FIFA will continue to do what they're doing now. And I'll tell you one thing. The 2038 World Cup is coming back to the United States. The 2038 World Cup is coming back to the United States. Carl Johnson, but aren't you Brazilian? I'm Brazilian American. I've lived most of my life in the US. Most of my life, most of my years alive, or since I was born, were in the United States. I learned how to read and write in English before Portuguese, for example, right? So I am Brazilian American. I have strong ties to Brazil, a lot of ties to Brazil, but I've lived most of my life in the United States. And my English is definitely better than my Portuguese. And South Africa got another cross here, but it's a corner. Why do I say in 2038? Well, because, guys, FIFA has the excuse of rotating continents. The 2038 World Cup is back in North America, so it's going to be in the US. Maybe Canada and Mexico included again, maybe. But think about it for a second. So the next World Cup, 2030, we're going to have games in South America, Africa, and Europe. So you eliminate those three continents. And then 2034, we go to Asia, right? We're going to go to Asia for Saudi Arabia. So unless in 2038 we go to Oceania and we have the first World Cup ever in Australia and New Zealand, maybe those two countries can host it. Unless you think that'll happen, 2038 will be back in North America. And I'm sorry, dude, with the money they're making, do you really think they're not going to put it in the United States? They're going to do it. So if it's not 2038, because they could go to Oceania and just do like Australia, 2042 will be back in the United States. 2038 or 2042 will be in the United States of America. Unless, just like we start blowing up the world, everyone with like nukes and shit, and then the world ends. But if everything keeps going and we're alive and we didn't destroy the world, 38 or 42 is back in the United States. I can assure you. They're saying Australia is in Asia now. Australia is in the Asian Confederation. That's where they play. But geographically speaking, Australia is Oceania. Right? So you're right. They play in Asia, but geographically speaking, they're not Asia. They're Oceania. If that makes sense to you guys. And here comes Mexico, 34 minutes. Whoa, another hard tackle. The tackles have been hard in this game. They're not going easy. They're saying, tackle, you covered the 2038 World Cup. I don't know. I don't know. Right now, I don't even know if I'm going to cover the 2030 World Cup. So let's take one at a time, one day at a time. Right now, we're going to do the 2026. They're saying, so it's based on the continent and not the confederation. Oh, Mexico dangerous cross. FIFA doesn't make it clear, right? To your question, do they base it off the confederation or do they base it off the actual location? They don't really make it clear because that allows them to kind of rig where they want the World Cup to be. And let me tell you, this World Cup is breaking the record for revenue and profit. So do you really think FIFA is not going to want to come back sooner rather than later? They'll make up whatever excuse, right? They can. So that's what I'm saying. It'll happen. You know what would make this game interesting? A South African goal. Imagine one counterattack and South Africa ties this game. That would make this game delightful if that happened. It would be so incredible. Because Mexico is clearly the better side, right? And look, I am known as a professional hater, right? And I'm hate watching Mexico. But I have to give them credit. They have been the much better side. It's not even close. My wife's lover saying, can the United States beat Brazil? Can they beat Brazil? Yes. Would the US be the favorites? No. They wouldn't, even against this version of Brazil. But can they beat Brazil? Sure, they can. I'd say if the U.S. played Brazil in the World Cup, the current version of Brazil, Brazil wins 8. The United States beats Brazil twice. So it's possible, but it's very unlikely. Michael, thank you very much for the super chat, but you didn't write anything. If you want to just put a regular chat, here it is. I found your regular chat. You're saying, Filippo, thoughts on the Brazilian Brahma ad? I think it's one of the best of the tournament. I didn't see it. For anyone who doesn't know, Brahma is a beer company in Brazil. I didn't see that ad, Michael, so I have no comments on it. But Brazilians make some fire commercials, dude. We saw that in previous World Cups. They make some pretty damn good commercials, especially when it comes to soccer. I didn't watch the Brahma ad. That's the beer company in Brazil, Brahma. They're saying Tim Ream will start in 2030. How old will Tim Ream be in 2038? He'll be like 50 something. He's 38. That is 12 years. Yeah, he'll be 50. He'll be 50. He'll be 50. 37 minutes. Mexico did not manage to get a second goal. Mexico actually was much more dangerous in the beginning of the game. Ever since, it's gotten a lot worse. Mexico's even allowing, it's just that South Africa doesn't seem to have the quality to punish Mexico, but Mexico's starting to allow South Africa to play. They just can't do shit with the ball. That's the problem. Like South Africa can't do anything with the ball, but Mexico is starting to let South Africa play. Oh, what a ball. What a ball. Alvarado on a 1v1. Ball goes back. Dude, what's his name? Lita has been quite good. They're number 6. He's been quite good. Maybe that's why he's starting over Edson Alvarez. Very good on the ball, defending well. Lita tries to go long, nothing. Yeah, the game in the first few minutes, it's been good. The first few minutes, Mexico was playing well. Ever since, it's gone down quite a bit. It has not looked good for either side. It has simply not looked good. I would say after the 20th minute, it's been poor for both sides. Poor for both sides. And everyone, make sure to drop a like in the stream if you haven't already. I don't know how many likes we have, but get those likes up. I just don't know how many we have. Oh my God, another FIFA bot. Another one. I'm going to ban him. Another FIFA bot. They're saying, who has a higher ceiling, Mathis Albert or Mota? I mean, listen, it's hard to know, but based on what we've seen so far from both players, Mota is playing at a professional level. So I have to say Mota for now, but we'll see. Time will tell. Right now, fair is fair. And Gilberto Mota has actually performed at age 16 in a professional level. Okay? That's what I'll say. But development is not linear, so I don't know. Time will tell. But right now, I have to say Gilberto Mota, right? There's a reason why Mota is in the World Cup. He's only a year older also than Mathis Albert. And the Miz saying, are you going to any games, Filippo? As of now, I'm not going to any games. Maybe in the knockout rounds, but in the group stage, it's nearly impossible for me because I'm focused on the coverage. I have to cover the games. So in the knockout rounds, maybe. In the group stage, impossible. They say Mexico's arsenal of the World Cup, pure haram ball. Yeah, well, Mexico wasn't playing haram ball in the beginning. They weren't. They weren't playing haram ball. They were playing well. It just he started to play very poorly after. But here comes Mexico. Gutierrez tries to put a through ball. Gutierrez has not been good, dude, in this game. He has not played well. Hold on. Quinones inside. Finds Alvarado. See what he can do. Al White to Reyes. Alvarado. Back to Reyes. Mexico with the ball. A switch. That's going to be cleared by the South African defense. Mexico still has the ball. Ball goes into Raul. Saved by the goalkeeper. That could have been number 2 for Mexico right there. Raul kind of deflected that, but the goalkeeper managed to save it. And Snow Sniff is saying, is Spicy Jeff chasing you and Pete? Who gets tackled by Spicy Jeff first? Dude, that's a good question. I'm younger than Pete. Probably a little bit faster. It might be easier for me to tackle Spicy Jeff, and then Pete can finish the job. Probably would go that route. I would tackle him first, and then Pete would help me out. And here comes Quinones with the shot, deflected. Alvarado crosses it. Gutierrez to Quinones. Hit the post. Hit the post. Mexico should have had a 2-0 lead. Hit the post. "42 minutes. Oh, no, I'm not 44, guys. I'm very far from hitting my 40s yet. I have at least 2 World Cups. At least 2 World Cups before I make it to my 40s. Still far away from the 40s. Thank goodness. Okay, South Africa with the ball. 43 minutes. It should have been 2-3-0 Mexico by now. What do I mean by finish the job? I'll leave that open for interpretation. I'll leave that open for interpretation. You guys can do whatever you want. If you make it to your 40s, I'll make it to my 40s. I'll make it at least till my 60s. As long as the whole world doesn't start blowing each other up, right? If we stop like bombing each other, that would kind of help for everyone to survive a few more decades, right? But we need to stop bombing each other. At some point, we have to stop it. Maybe one day. Mexboy 305 saying prediction for the United States, USA 2-1 win. That's my prediction as well. For Mexico, I was predicting a 2-0 Mexican win. The way the game is going, I think Mexico could score more than 2, dude. I could end up getting it right, 2-0. But if Mexico starts getting their finishing right and it clicks, it should be more. It should be more. Just put it this way. There's been clearly a superior team here. Clearly a superior team. Tack, time check. The time on screen. I'm matched with the time on screen. And South Africa just hit their first shot on target. It was a shot from like 40 yards out. It was a nice shot, but this was not a threat. That was an easy save. Easy save there for Rangel, the Mexican goalkeeper. And now we're at 44 and 30 seconds. Have I ever been to Fogo de Chão? Yes, I've been to Fogo de Chão a few times, the Brazilian steakhouse place. It's really good. It's very good. They should sponsor me. Free advertisement for them right here. They should sponsor me. Ball goes wide. Johan Vasquez. Lida. Mexico here at the ball, trying to get maybe a second. Oh, good through ball. Here comes Quinones. And the South African goalkeeper comes off his net to just blast the ball away, and Mexico recovers the ball. 4 minutes added. 4 minutes added. Saying, what's my prediction for South Korea and Czechia? I think 2-1 South Korea was my prediction. I put it on X. Guys, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Look down below. I put my handles for Twitter and Instagram. I've been posting I'm going to post my predictions there every game. Mexico at the ball with 3 more minutes to go. Are we streaming South Korea? No, Frank. I'm not going to go live in the South Korea game. I think Pete will go live in the South Korea game. I'm going to be in and out with Pete's stream. But no, Pete's going to be streaming that one. I'm going to rest a little bit later today. Okay, long ball here to Raul. Raul wins it to Alvarado. Alvarado got afraid of going for the 50-50, but he gets a throw in here for Mexico. 2 minutes to go. 3 minutes. No, 46 to 4. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. 3 minutes to go. I wonder what numbers this World Cup game is doing. If people are okay, shot. And that's it. That'll 2 minutes and a half to go here in the first half. 2.5 minutes to go. And Mexico here in possession, 1-0. No, actually not Mexico. Now South Africa has the ball. Dude, let me check the stats here again. Which match tomorrow? Tomorrow we have USA Paraguay. I think also, what's the name? USA Paraguay, and Canada plays tomorrow. Canada plays Bosnia. Canada plays Bosnia tomorrow. So Mexico had 8 shots, 2 on target. South Africa had 2 shots. One was horrible. The other one was on target, but it was very long distance. Not really a threatening shot as well. Mexico was the much better side here in the first half. I might get the prediction right. It might end up being like 2-0 Mexico. Because this half is pretty much over. This half is pretty much over, 1-0 Mexico. I don't see South Africa coming back from this. There's a lack of quality of this team, which was actually kind of surprising to me. So we got 1 more minute here in the first half. 1 more minute to go. Oh, South Africa with the bad giveaway. And here comes Mexico. Raul to Quinones. Quinones cuts inside. Ball to Brian Gutierrez. Gutierrez has the... Oh, my God. What a terrible shot from Guti. I'm telling you, Gutierrez did not play well. He did not play well in the first half. That is a bizarre shot. What is he doing? Should have just passed it to Raul. What did he try to do? Did he try to toe it? That was bad. That was really bad. Saying, Steven Spada, I'm not watching because I'm boycotting the World Cup, but do you think the U.S. men's national team would win if they were playing Mexico based on performance? I think if we played Mexico, it would be 50-50. 50-50. Oh, and Steven, you're boycotting the World Cup? I mean, look, I respect whatever decision you guys make if you want to boycott it. I feel like there's enough reason to want to boycott the World Cup. I can't do it, man. It only happens every 4 years, and I love the World Cup. There's a lot of things happening I disagree with. I've talked about it on the channel many times, but again, I can't boycott it. But again, if the U.S. played Mexico, I think it would be 50-50. 50-50. And the first half just ended. Everyone, since the first half ended and they can put a commercial break, I'm going to put a quick word from the sponsor of this video once again, Underdog. That way I can get a quick bathroom break. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back very soon. I just have to go to the bathroom and then wash my hands. Not necessarily in that order. Sometimes I wash my hands first and go to the bathroom after. You do whatever you want. I'll be back in 60 seconds. So, the biggest soccer event in the world will happen here in the United States this summer. Or shall I say, the biggest sporting event in the world. And you know what can make it a little bit more exciting? Underdog. And the game I like to play at Underdog is called Pick'em. And it's very easy to play. I just click on it, scroll to the soccer section, pick a player for a specific match, and select the stats I believe will be lower or higher. It's very easy to play. I usually pick the downside of the stats because hate watching a player is much more fun. Trust me. But then again, analyze the players, his stats, who they're facing, and how he has been doing before you make your pick, so you can make sure to win. Underdog also has their very own predictions market. And you can download the app right now using the link in the description of this video and the promo code TACTICAL. And in the process, you'll be helping the channel and yourself. Because new customers get $50 in bonus entries after they play $5 and use the promo code TACTICAL. We got very creative with it. So again, don't forget to use the link in the description and the promo code TACTICAL. And thank you very much, Underdog, for sponsoring the channel. Okay, we're back. There's a nice little break here. And Pete's here, actually. We made it here. Pete, 1-0. Felt like it could have been 2, 3.
That should have been 3-0. Dude, South Africa was way worse. I mean, I knew they weren't going to look great, but they were worse than I expected.
And just speaking of one American player that is playing for Mexico, Guti, I didn't think he played well, dude.
I think he had some good passes in midfield, but final third, he just freaks out and makes terrible decisions.
Did you see that last shot?
Yeah, that I don't know. It's like part of me was like, was he trying to drag it for Quinones to arrive at the far post, or was he trying to shoot?
I don't know,
Either
man, but
way,
you gotta make a decision and the right one.
yeah, I think he gets real nervous in the final third. I think they're going to sub him off for Mora around the 60th.
They should, yeah, they should. I'm interested in seeing how Gilberto Moura will do in this game, and I think he might even thrive, dude, because this South African team is not good at all. I
No,
wish we had them in our
bad.
group.
I know. I think they might finish bottom of the group.
It looks like it. I don't know about Czechia's level, but I think South Korea could pull a win against this team. This is not a good team
I
right now.
mean, Czechia beat Denmark. They do have some good top 5 league play. The problem with a lot of South African players, they play in South Africa, or like their best defender, Mbokali, plays for the Chicago Fire, right? Like if your best players are in MLS, it's not a great look.
That means Roldan would have had a shot with South Africa.
For South Africa, he'd probably start for them.
There you go. St. Tack, if the U.S. men's national team faced Brazil in a knockout round, who would you root for? I talked about this many times. This World Cup, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that the United States. Some World Cups, I'm not sure, because sometimes it could be like, hey, I'd rather Brazil go because they have a realistic shot in winning it. But this World Cup, the United States has to go as far as they can. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's quarterfinals, semifinals, round 16. So if they play Brazil, I want the United States to go as far as they can. And they said, I just got my Mexican citizenship, but I was born in the United States. If we play Mexico, I would root for the U.S. Looking forward to your World Cup coverage. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. You know what I'm feeling right now, Pete? My throat still is bothering me. Can you believe it? I wasn't feeling it until I started the stream. It's been a week. Well, it's much better than the last time, right? But it's kind of weird. But overall, would you agree with me also? It was also a little bit of a boring first half.
It was very slow tempo, to be honest. The tempo was I think nerves played a big part. Both teams were even Mexico, even though they were the better team, you could see some of the tentativeness on their passing, or some of the tentativeness of like how they were moving the ball. It wasn't that Mexico that we've come to see where they move the ball very quickly. It was a bit tentative. And I put that down to nerves. I thought after the goal it would get better. And they had moments where they would switch it on, right? Like they would change the rhythm suddenly and cut through South Africa's midfield, and then they get in the final third. But the decision making and execution in the final third has not been good from Mexico. The thing is,
No.
1-0 is dangerous. A set piece, a mistake at the back, anything can happen, and now it's 1-1 and you're under pressure. So they need to come out and score that second goal.
Well, on top of that too, it's like if South Africa ties this game, they'll take that result. So they're going to start falling. They're going to start fouling. They're just going to drop back. Like they would right now. South Africa's a little bit more open because they do need to get a goal, right? They do need to try to get a goal. But right now, it is a dangerous result, like one corner kick. And the only thing with what's his name? The only thing with South Africa that I've noticed so far is their goals are going to have to come through a set piece, because even in transition, when Mexico is exposed, they don't have the quality to create anything. Nothing.
No, their transition is so poor, so poor. It's going to have to be a set piece or a Mexico mistake.
Like, how bad is Nigeria? They finished behind them.
Yeah, man. I think honestly, the only teams in Africa that I'm like scared of are Senegal, Ivory Coast, and Morocco. Everybody else, it's kind of like CONCACAF. It's Canada, USA, Mexico. Everybody else, it's like not much of a threat.
No. And Ghana's not going to be good too. They lost two of their key players. And they're saying your opinions on Brian. I'm assuming you're talking about Brian Gutierrez. Talked about it. I didn't think he played well in the first half. He got a silly yellow. It was a bit of a clumsy tackle he didn't really need to do. Some really bad decisions in the final third. Again, this is a young player that wasn't even going to play the World Cup, and all of a sudden he's starting in the Azteca, right, for Mexico. But I don't think he played well. That's my opinion. Pete, want to talk about him a little bit more once again?
Yeah, I think in the final third especially, he was really poor. Decision-making was poor. Execution was poor. He had a few good passes in midfield to kind of break through the midfield, but then once he got into final third, I was like, dude.
Yeah. Now tomorrow there are two games only, right? Tomorrow there's only two games. It's Canada,
Yeah.
Bosnia, U.S., Paraguay.
Yes.
So tomorrow's the big day for us, right? For all of us here, the United States will make their debut in the 2026 World Cup, which is something we've been waiting for many, many years. Even when me and Pete even started the channel, this was the World Cup we were looking forward to, and it has finally arrived. Which to me, it's insane how much time just flew by. Like how much me and Pete have aged so well. Like we look much better. I look like a 25-year-old Tom Cruise, and Pete looks like a um what was the name of that movie that Brad Pitt made? I forgot. Fight Club. He
Bullet
looks like
Train?
no,
Oh, Fight Club.
you look like Brad Pitt from Fight Club. Um we've aged tremendously well over the past 5 years. It's unbelievable. 5 years. 5 years doing this. More
We
actually.
started it 6 years. We started June 2020.
Yeah.
It's
6 years.
6 years. 6 years doing this through all those ups and downs with the US, man. Mostly downs. Few ups, mostly downs, and we're still here.
Saying what's my skincare routine? I actually don't do anything. I just go out on the sun and I shower. Those are the two things that I do. Sun and shower. I can handle the sun very well. They're saying thanks for streaming. So I can't watch the opening game because you're at work. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people at work because they put the game at 3 p.m. Eastern time. It's noon. The game started at noon for those in California. 3 p.m. Most people are working. I don't know why they put it this early. Because of Europe? Is that why?
I don't know why it's. You mean why is it this early? I don't think it's that early. Should be
Well,
earlier.
3 p.m. on a Thursday.
Oh, well, probably trying to get for like South Africa to watch. Maybe it's not too late.
Europe.
I would put it earlier, but I guess they're trying to get the American audience to watch. The Mexican audience is at work. I mean, hard to know.
Yeah.
Somebody asked in the chat also if I'm streaming the Czechia South Korea game tonight, so I'll be
Mhm.
there for that on 11
And
a.m.
Canada tomorrow, right? You're doing Canada.
and Canada Bosnia tomorrow morning.
Hmm. So yeah, tomorrow the first game of the day will be Canada, so you guys can tune in at 11 Yanks for that one. Later in the day, we do our regular full coverage for the U.S. men's national team, which that's what we mainly focus on. Dylan saying, "Did you guys know each other before you started the YouTube channels?" No, no, no. We actually, it's funny. We met on YouTube essentially,
Yeah,
right? We met on YouTube. Then we talked. We're like, "Hey, this guy's not stupid." And like a lot of the people we deal with here on YouTube, he's not stupid. And then we're like, "Let's just work together on it."
yeah,
Um, I'm not calling anyone specifically stupid, just a few people. Just a few people. Okay.
yeah. I think also we had similar ideas about the game, and we started at the same time. And some people tried to start beef with us. Remember early on, they tried to start beef with us, and we were like, no, no, we're going to work together.
Yeah. And then again, also the reason we even started to, because we started to cover more and more the U.S. men's national team, we were just seeing how bad the coverage was. I'm not even talking about mainstream media. That's been bad forever. And it's still bad in mainstream media. But on YouTube, it was unbelievable. There was absolutely no coverage when we started. The only channel I think was Kicking It with Drew. And Drew wasn't able to consistently upload, right? He had his own life and stuff like that. So it was unbelievable. Then obviously after there was a lot of people that showed up. Some people were nice. Some of them were a little bit like clowns, like what's his name? Like Jake, that guy, unbelievable guy. But anyhow, best of luck to Jake.
He was quitting and blaming everyone else for him quitting, and then comes back
Every
later.
time this guy's quit many times, and every time it's like because tactical manager in 11 Yanks did this. Like, dude, we went on your channel, we promoted your channel so you could get a bump, and then all of a sudden you hate us and we're terrible people. And I'm like the greatest ever. He called Derek and Brett, that are great guys. He called them like bottom of the basement, like credibility, right? That's what they say.
Yeah, he
He's
called them bottom of the basement journalists,
journalist, yeah.
and he was propping
Um,
up a lot of shills too.
I'll tell you one thing, I definitely wouldn't go to Jake's basement. That's what I'll say about basements here. The Brax is saying at work right now, gang. Where you at? Well, I'm at home. Pete's at home. There's a lot of people actually. That what's the name? There's a lot of people that are actually at work just kind of listening to the game and tuning in. We're at halftime with Mexico with a 1-0 win so far. This is a good question here. Score predictions for tomorrow, Tack. I will be posting that on Twitter tomorrow, but I'll just leak it for everyone that's here under one condition. Pete will give me his. Will you give me yours today? Okay.
Yeah.
I have the US beating Paraguay 2-1. I have Canada tying Bosnia in the first game.
Yeah, I have the US beating Paraguay 2-1 also. I don't think we're going to keep a clean sheet. I think it's going to be a very physical, very nervy game, but I think we'll eke it out and make it 2-1.
Yeah. And Canada, what do you have?
Honestly, I kind of have Bosnia. Well, I guess Canada, I think probably a draw is about right because Canada's back line is decimated. Bombito, right, it's not going to be there. Derek Cornelius is coming off a long injury. Davies is not back yet, I don't think. Their goalkeeping situation is very questionable, but they are at home. So, yeah, I think a draw is probably right. I don't have Canada winning, though.
And they're saying, what's the consensus on Deadball TV channel? Great channel. I've had Jack Many on. His name is not Jake. That for Deadball TV, it's Jack. Great channel that I highly recommend, especially if you like a more broad coverage of international soccer. He knows a lot about African nations, Asian nations. So if you want that coverage, it's a great channel. He obviously knows CONCACAF very well as well, right? Covers Mexico, covers the US. But for those who like international soccer, I think Deadball TV is a great channel. But that's Jack, not Jake. Jake, God bless his soul. Just away from me, though. Barcelona 2170. Super nervous about tomorrow, hoping South Africa gets one back. Let's start tomorrow with a nice, confident win. I'm saying 3-1 US. I would hope for a 3-1. My thing with the US is I said 2-1 because I don't see us holding a clean sheet. We've held one clean sheet in the past 13 games. So I'm not confident on that, but we have been creating a lot of chances. And I think we are capable of scoring 2 goals, even though Paraguay did leak less than a goal per game in World Cup qualifying. That must be said.
I think a lot is going to come down to nerves in that game. And I said this on my preview too. If they try to make it chippy and we make it a tit for tat game, then we're going to play right into their hands. We have to keep the ball moving and force them to defend the ball. We get into too many 1v1 duels with Paraguayan players, it's going to completely destroy the game and it's advantage Paraguay.
I think my biggest nightmare for this game is Paraguay scoring first.
Yeah.
That's my biggest nightmare. If we score and they tie it, that's fine. We can still get it. If they score first, they're going to play like freaking like Copa Libertadores style, right? Where they're just going to be kicking the crap out of us, wasting time, frustrating our players. Our players will get nervous. And my big concern of this game is if we don't pull a win, we come into Australia with a lot of pressure of having to pull a win because the last game is Turkey, which is technically the toughest opponent we would have in the group stage. I don't like that. Our team is a team that is filled with like streaky players. When we're doing well, they thrive. When things get tough, we usually don't really pull through. Now, they could prove me wrong in the World Cup. Ultimately, my biggest concern is that now, mind you, this is one thing I tell people about Paraguay. That offense is not good. Like, this is a game I would hope to see us get a clean sheet. They're missing Enciso. That's their best player. Mauricio will very likely start. That's a player I know very well. Dude, he's a backup for Palmeiras. Okay? So,
yeah, I mean,
sure,
Diego
Palmeiras,
Gomez for Brighton is their best player, probably.
yeah, like the guy that is a backup for Palmeiras. Now, Palmeiras is a good team, yes, but we shouldn't be like afraid of a backup from Palmeiras, right? That shouldn't happen.
No, and their other big guy, Almiron, plays for Atlanta.
Yeah, and then the other guy they have up top is Sosa. That is another backup for Palmeiras. So,
Yeah.
guys, like, I mean, we have to respect the opponent, and this is a very tough game. It could be a trap game, but we have to win this game, not tie, win.
It doesn't have
Win
to
the
be
game.
pretty, but we have to win.
No, I'll take a 1-0 win, dude. I would love a clean sheet. I think I'll take a 1-0 over 2-1. I want to see a clean sheet. I want
Yeah.
this defense to gain a confidence boost. By the way, the second half just started here for Mexico.
How long before we see Mora and Santi?
I hope not Santi. I don't like him as a player, but I do want to see Mota, dude. I am interested in him having like a breakout World Cup too.
Yeah. And I'm sure Tigres is as well because they want to sell him for a lot of money.
2-0. 2-0. How did you waste that? You freaking imbecile. Again, they pressed, and South Africa gave it away. Again.
Oh my God.
Why didn't he just pass it? Dude, South Africa needs to stop playing out of the back. They can't do it.
Bro, what is happening?
Did you see?
No, it's just kicked off for me.
Okay, it's about to happen like 30 seconds into the game. They try to play out of the back, and the goalkeeper just gives the ball away, I think, to Fidalgo. They should have gotten the 2-0 lead there, dude. Mexico's playing a dangerous game, wasting these chances. They need to get the 2-0 lead if they want to lock in this win, dude. Did you see it?
Yeah, that's insane. Completely messed that. It's Guti again, dude. I think Guti might get pulled. I don't know what I mean, he did well to win the ball, but then what?
No. It wasn't Guti. Guti was the one that hit the long shot.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It was Raul.
Fidalgo.
Oh, it's Fidalgo.
Spicy Jeff sent us a heart.
Oh, yeah.
Cubo Maker saying, Happy World Cup Day. This is it. Yes, we made it to the 2026 World Cup. Shadowfax saying, how about a channel with Jake, Sam, and Matt Doyle? I don't really mind Sam. Jake and Matt Doyle, oh God, the ratings would be bad. The first episode would kill it. Everyone want to see it. Second episode, the ratings would tank. I don't even know what Matt Doyle's doing these days, ever since like MLS let him go.
He's doing his own thing now, I think. He's trying to get people to sign up for his what's that thing where you can write and
Substack?
Substack.
I feel bad for writers, man, because the truth is AI is going to take over that first. They already kind of have, right? So
also, people mostly watch videos nowadays, especially the young generation.
General
or
Tso
audio,
saying,
like podcasts.
Your watch-alongs have been good since the 2021 Gold Cup. That Gold Cup was wild. Do you remember? That was the 3-2.
That Nations League. No, that was the Nations League was 3-2. The Gold Cup
And then
was
the Gold
1-0.
Cup was extra time. Yes.
Extra time 1-0. Miles. The last time he played well for the US.
My goodness. Yeah, that summer was, dude, that summer made me and you delusional.
Yeah. We got very excited that summer. I was also traveling around the United States at the time. Like during that Gold Cup, I was driving all over the US. It was like such a fun summer. I'd stay in people's houses with friends, see all these cool different parts of the US. You know, like I was in Atlanta for the final. I was in New Orleans for one of the other games, Alabama for another game. And I was having such a blast that summer.
I was in Texas.
That's right. You were in San Antonio.
Yeah, and that summer was amazing. You're right. Good old days. 5 years ago. Pete, your hair looks fabulous. His hair looks great. Better than Brad Pitt's hair. They're saying Chicago native, but Guti has been horrible. Yeah, so I'll take it back. I wouldn't say horrible, just not great. Oh, Guti, he's through. 1v1 with the goalkeeper. Oh, my goodness. That's a red. That has to be a red. He was going on a 1v1, and he got pulled. Red card for the South African player. Guti just drew a red card. Now, mind you, Guti needs to be a little bit faster there. That was a clear-cut chance to score, but he's able to draw a red card. Mexico will play man up now. Mexico will now play man up. Mexico, to lock in this win, they need that second goal. He was not offside. He's slow.
Is it a penalty or not?
No, it's out of the box.
Oh,
it's right at the edge.
I still haven't seen it yet. I might switch to Peacock. Maybe Peacock is ahead of Fubo. Dude, oh, come on, Guti. I'm seeing it now, yeah.
Get an antenna, dude. It's like $30. Ooh. It's $30 the antenna. You don't have to play.
Fox on the antenna?
Yeah, Fox and Telemundo. I just couldn't get Telemundo here where I live, but I got Fox, and it's live, and I don't have to pay for a subscription.
I might do that. Get that before tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's very easy to install. I just stick mine to the wall, very high, so it gets better signal, and then you just connect to the TV. You search the channels, and then you just look up online. What's the Fox channel on your region? Right, the antenna. Mine is 35. Dude, like now there's
that South African player's name, Sithole. That's got to be. Unfortunate.
Shithole.
Yeah,
His- Wait, let
that's
me
an
see.
unfortunate name.
He was the one that got a red. Oh my god. It looks like shithole.
I know.
Oh my
Free
god.
kiss for Mexico.
1H
All
away,
right.
man.
I'm gonna be in and out, Jack.
See you soon, Pete. And free
See
kick
ya.
here for Mexico. Raul on the ball. Raul shoots it. Wall. Guti. Oh my goodness. Terrible there. Who's that guy? Ardo? All right. 1-0. Now Mexico will play man up. Mexico will play man up now. Dude, I can't believe this guy's name is Sithole. It's actually kind of funny. I just put it on Twitter. I just put a picture of Sithole without the H. Not shithole, Sithole. I just put it on Twitter. You guys do whatever you want with that picture. Whatever you want, you can do with that picture. It's on X. Or not X, X. It's a beautiful picture. It might be the most beautiful picture on X. It's shithole with without the H. Dude, honestly, I'm watching here Quinones' goal in the first half. It was bad goalkeeping. Okay, South Africa now playing man down. They're gonna have to play man down the entire second half. I thought Guti was gonna get his World Cup goal right there, but he didn't. He got fouled. And now look, my prediction was 2-0 Mexico. It's starting to look very likely. Starting to look very likely. Okay, Mexico here at the ball now. 53 minutes. Building out of the back with Cesar Montes to Johan Vasquez. I'm not gonna lie. I like the Mexican jersey, dude. I wouldn't wear it. There are rivals. I wouldn't wear Argentina also, but I do like this Mexican jersey. The Azteca vibes right on it. I do like the color green. I'm a big fan of green. This jersey looks nice. I wouldn't wear it, but I would buy this jersey for my collection. I have 300 soccer jerseys, by the way. Believe me here. I'm not going to show you guys, but I have actually a little bit over 300 soccer jerseys. A little bit over 300. I could show it one day. Could show it. It's a lot of jerseys. I don't think you guys are going to find another YouTube channel with this many like soccer jerseys. Okay, here comes Mexico. Nope. South Africa recovers. They're going to try to counterattack, but they just don't have the players now and the quality. Now they're also playing man down. It looked like they were already playing man down when they were not man down. Now that they're man down, it's not going to look any better. What is my favorite jersey of the World Cup? I actually made a short for Bleacher Report yesterday. They might have posted it on their account. I don't know if they posted it, but I made a video on Bleacher Report about my favorite World Cup jersey. I'm just spoiler alert. My favorite World Cup jersey is France's away jersey, which is themed around the Statue of Liberty, which, by the way, most of you should know that was a gift from the French to the United States in the 1800s. So I would say France's away jersey, even though I'm not a big fan of France, is my favorite. My second one is Curaçao's away jersey. Curaçao's away jersey is beautiful. Unfortunately, it's sold out. It's a beautiful jersey. It's like pale yellow and it has that Adidas retro vibe. It's a wonderful one. Trust me. Go look it up. Oh, my favorite jersey in my collection. And Frank Melly, thank you for the super chat. My favorite jersey in my collection. Um, dude, if I told you I have a Brazil 2006 jersey, number 9, signed by Ronaldo R9, would you believe me? So I'd say that's my favorite one. I have a Brazil 2006 jersey signed by R9 himself. So to me, that's got to be my favorite one. I don't wear it. I never wear it. I try to keep it. I can't wash it. Also, and Frank Melly saying, I sent a super chat but forgot to send a message. I wanted to ask, despite this game, does it look like Mexico has quality to go far? I want to watch more games from Mexico. They're facing an opponent that doesn't have the quality to punish them. But I would say this is an encouraging start for Mexico. They've looked very solid defensively. They have been creating chances. They probably have to do a bit better in terms of finishing. It's an encouraging start for Mexico. But this is not a good opponent, man. Watching the game, they're not looking bad because of Mexico. It's just not a good team. I'm actually kind of shocked of how bad South Africa has looked. I'm not ready to say Mexico can go far. I want to see how they do against South Korea and Czechia. But it is a very encouraging game for Mexico so far. Tack, what type of formation do you think Jesus would have had with the apostles on the pitch? I don't know. I do not know. I don't know even how to answer that question. They didn't play soccer back then. That's like 2,000 years ago. Over 2,000 years ago, actually. We're in 2026 already. Okay. Free kick here for Mexico. Is Guti going to take it? Yes, Guti takes it. Ball goes in. Ball's alive. Nope. South Africa's going to clear it. They try to go long, and Mexico will recover the ball. Dude, I had an energy drink, and this game's starting to put me to sleep. It's starting to put me to sleep. Oh, look at Infantino with Roberto Baggio behind him. Baggio, thank goodness he was a player because he gave Brazil the 1994 World Cup trophy by missing the last penalty kick. Baggio, the Italian. How do I know they weren't playing soccer 2,000 years ago? I mean, look, as far as I know, soccer is somewhat of a modern sport, right? Over the past like 200 years or so. I don't know, man. I watched that movie Gladiator 2, and there were kids playing soccer in that movie. And that was the Gladiator, which is ancient Rome, right? Which is during the time of Jesus. So maybe you guys are right. Like maybe they were playing soccer 2,000 years ago. They definitely weren't playing the World Cup though. Johan Vasquez goes forward with Mexico. Lida to Quinones. Quinones. Oh, good ball. Nope, not so good. Good look. Good look. Good look. That's what I'll say. They're saying, yeah, Gladiator 2 was weird. That was one bad movie, dude. I don't care what people say. Some people disagree with me. You guys don't want me talking about movies here. You don't want me to start that. Gladiator, that was a shit movie. Gladiator 2, sorry. Gladiator 1 is a masterpiece with Russell Crowe. A beautiful movie. Incredible. One of the best of all time. Gladiator 2 is complete dog shit. Like it's a legitimately like bad movie. It was bad. I don't watch movies very often, but when I do, I like talking about them, but I probably shouldn't do it here. All right, South Africa with the ball. It's weird because ever since South Africa's been playing man down, Mexico hasn't created anything. They haven't really created anything. Mexico needs to at least get a 2-0 win here, especially playing man up. Get that goal differential up. Get it up. Okay, substitution here for South Africa probably won't have much of an impact. They're saying, was the acting on Gladiator too bad? Look, I don't remember the acting being the problem with the movie. It's just everything about the plot, how they went about it. It just, there's like nothing exciting about that movie. It's just complete crap. The acting was fine. They had some good actors and actresses. From what I remember, the acting was fine, but it's just a bad movie. Mexico to ball, Brian Gutierrez. I kind of like the beat that they've been using for the World Cup. I kind of like it. All right, Mexico building out of the back. Why does it feel like Africa or South Africa got better when they lost a player? They got better when they lost a player. Saying Rome had a game called Harpastum. Harpastum? More like rugby. I didn't know that. I don't know too much about ancient Rome besides what I've seen in the Gladiator movie. That's all I know. That's all I know about ancient Rome. All right, 62 minutes and 30 seconds. A little bit of a foul here from Quinones. They're saying, bro, I'm drinking Monster and I'm not hyped for this match. Dude, I had a whole can of Ghost already, and I'm starting to fall asleep here. And I'm doing a stream, right? I'm not shutting up. And this game has not been good, especially here the second half. Like Mexico seems a little too comfortable with this 1-0 lead. And it's weird because ever since South Africa got a red, they've been looking not better than Mexico, but just better than themselves. And you never know. One ball and Mexico could get screwed over. And here comes South Africa again. And that'll be a goal kick for Mexico. Dude, Mexico and South Africa, it's worse than pretty much every game in the 2022 World Cup. What was the opener for the 2022 World Cup? 2022 World Cup opener was Qatar and Ecuador. World Cup opener. It was Ecuador 2-0 against Qatar. That game was all right. It wasn't also a great game. It was all right. They're saying MLS to carry the World Cup. Roldan Golden Boot. Dude, I hope Roldan doesn't play tomorrow. If he does, we need him to play well, but I hope he doesn't play tomorrow. South Africa with the ball. Cesar Montes. They're saying, dude, unless you want to end up looking like Trump, lay off the energy drinks. I haven't been drinking it as often. But again, for these streams, sometimes to talk on your own, for hours, I end up having to drink it. But I agree with you. They're not good for you. Does Trump drink energy drinks? Does Donald Trump drink energy drinks? And Spicy Jeff saying Caesar salad was invented in Tijuana, Mexico. We've been through this. Okay, Gutierrez is coming out. Okay, so Guti is out. Was Gilberto Moura subbed in? I'll check here. Yeah, it's not been good. They're saying Trump is on Adderall. I don't take Adderall. I don't take Adderall. But it looks like he does, I guess. I don't know. So just to answer everyone's question, you guys are saying, so let's see who was subbed in. It was Gilberto Moura and Luis Chavez. So the Mexican prospect, Gilberto Moura, is in. I want to see how he does. For anyone wondering, he is number 19. Quinones. It'll be fun if Gilberto Moura gets a goal here. Here comes Mexico. Cross goes in. Raul 2-0. Raul Jimenez scores for Mexico. 2-0 for Mexico. It's Jover for South Africa. It is over. 2-0 for Mexico. And Mexico's playing man up. It's over. Game, good game. Now, the question is if Mexico will get another goal or not. South Africa, they probably shouldn't open up as much. What a cross from Alvarado, and Raul Jimenez makes it look easy, easy header. And if there's a player that deserves this, it's Raul. Dude's been through a lot. He like almost died playing a game. He almost died. He deserved this. To score at the Azteca, Raul Jimenez. Kerry Johnson saying, I'm Brazilian and I'm always with my seleção, but if Brazil doesn't make it further in the World Cup, I want the US or Japan to take it. We'll see. I don't think that what's the name? The US or Japan would go further than Brazil. I don't think that'll well, Japan could. The US, we don't know yet, right? The US is such a tricky team, right? We don't know what to expect from the United States at this point. Benjamin, here's a good question with Benjamin. Tack, do you ever miss just being a regular fan, like watching big matches at a bar with friends instead of streaming them for an audience? Or is this totally your vibe? I do miss it a little bit, right? I like both. I do like streaming the games. I like hanging out with people. It's lots of fun very often. It's actually funny. Um, I think for US games, I think this is my vibe. Because I've always struggled to get enough US men's national team fans to watch the games with me. So for US men's national team games, I prefer the stream. But for example, I have friends and family here in Orlando that will be getting together to watch the Brazil game on Saturday, and I can't make it. Right? They're going to have a barbecue, and I can't make it because I have to cover the game on Chappelle Football. So I think it depends on the game. US men's national team, I've always struggled, even though, like, even in New York, like, I've always struggled to get enough people to care to watch. Um, but some other occasions, yes, I do miss it. I wish I could do both, but it's a little complicated with YouTube these days. Marco saying USA would have like 3, another 2 conceded already. We probably would have like a 3-1 lead right now. We would have conceded a goal. By the way, we hit minute 69 for the first time in the 2026 World Cup. Nice.
Nice.
And did you show up on purpose?
Yeah, I waited for the 69th minute. No, man, I mean, they should have did it sooner, but this was inevitable, right? I mean, Raul Jimenez coming in, for him, it means a lot to score with his head too, right? Like that was what almost ended his career. Congratulations to Mexico. It's 2-0. And I think if you said before the game 2-0, every Mexican fan would have taken that. But looking at this game right now, you'd be like, man, should have been 4 or 5. Really should have been 4 or 5.
Yeah, if I was, because someone asked me, based on this game, would you say Mexico can make a deep run? I still don't have an opinion on that. I don't think this was Mexico was clearly the better team, but I wouldn't go as far as saying they played one heck of a game.
No. I actually think Mexico were not that great. They should have taken advantage of this terrible South Africa team. And they wasted so many opportunities. Also, the tempo of the game is very slow. Have you noticed the passing, the tempo
Uh-huh.
is very slow? And that may be because of the altitude, right? But not a great advertisement for a first World Cup game. Mexico will be happy and they deserve it. But this has been kind of disappointing. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it didn't feel like the intensity of a World Cup game.
No,
That's
a
what I'll
lot of
say.
nerves. I think a lot of nerves. That's what it feels like on both sides.
They say Wuxia Game Central. Should Christian Eriksen retire? Two collapses in games. I'm not a doctor, and I don't know what's happening to him. I'll just speak for myself. Like if I had collapsed once in a game, I would have retired
Yeah, same.
once.
You don't
So the
risk your
fact,
life.
yes, exactly. So the fact that he's gone twice, I would have retired already. But
He's also like 35. It's not like he's not like he's 22, right? Starting his career. Like you had a long career, dude. You've got kids. You've got kids. I mean, basically his pacemaker, he's got a pacemaker. His pacemaker saved his life, they said. That's what the doctors said. The pacemaker did its job and that stopped his heart from stopping. But dude, for
yeah,
me, I'm like,
and financially, he should be fine. He's made a lot of money throughout his career. So, I mean, look, it's his decision to make, and the doctor's with him. But I would have stopped the first time I had the collapse. That's what I would have
yeah,
done.
yeah, I would never play again.
Yeah. They're saying that's crazy. Is he still playing? I don't know. He had a second collapse. Oh, no, no, foul. I thought it was a penalty for a second.
What? Oh, offside.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, but this is good for Mexico. They get the nerves out of the way. They play a terrible team in the opening game. They get a 2-0 lead, so a decent little goal difference pad, some confidence for the team. And then we'll see what they look like against their next game is South Africa, right? I mean, South Korea, right?
Let me check for you.
I think South Korea is next for them.
Mexico's second game is, let's see, it's South Korea. Yes.
Yeah.
Should
If
be a
they
better
I think
opponent.
that's going to be a better game. Yeah, a much better game. We'll see what South Korea looks like tonight against Czechia. But
Well,
so far, South Africa looks very weak.
I'll just say one thing. South Korea can definitely connect the pass.
Yes. They
South
also have
Africa.
some players playing at high levels that South Africa doesn't really have. They have like one Premier League player, right? I think that's pretty much it. Is anybody else on that team really playing at a high level?
No. Well, South Korea has a defender that plays for Bayern. Whether he's a backup or not, it doesn't matter. He plays for Bayern. They have Kang Lee from PSG. Son is in
Yeah,
MLS, but that's still a player that can absolutely punish you if you give him
yeah.
time and space. It's not close, right? It's not
No,
close.
it's not. A lot of these guys play for Mamelodi Sundowns. These South African players.
They were in the Club World Cup.
I know, but like, dude, I just think sometimes teams get a little bit of like a short run of good form and then people start to overhype them. But ultimately, if you look at where the players play, that tells you roughly the level of the team. Roughly, right? Of course, there's exceptions here and there. But if most of your team is playing in the South African League with one MLS player and one uh, Premier League player, you know, it's kind of obvious your level.
Yeah, the problem is like people will go and say you can't judge a player based on where he plays. You're right. There can always be exceptions to the rule, and there are players in MLS that can play in top five leagues with ease. But generally speaking, if you play in a better league, usually those are where the better players play. That's how it works, right? The best players play in the Champions League, the best players play
Yeah,
in the World Cup. So you're right that it does just because you play for that league, it doesn't mean you're better than that other player. But again, most of the cases, yes. Like, let's put it this way: the average Premier League player is better than the average MLS player.
yes. Yeah.
It's not really a controversial take.
No, and especially when it's your whole team, right? And it's like the gap between look, a lot of Mexico's players play in Liga MX, but it's a much better league than the South African league.
hmm So Edson Alvarez is being subbed on, and I think Santi Jimenez.
Yeah, I would just take the 2-0. Don't get any injuries, close down shop. Try to score a third one if you can, because that's great for goal difference. But Mexico will be very happy with a 2-0 win here today. The only thing is they might rue some of the chances they missed if it ever comes down to goal difference.
I don't remember the last World Cup. How was the interest in the first game? It seems like it's been kind of low for this game, not super high.
The last World Cup, well, the opening game was Qatar against
Ecuador.
Ecuador. That was also a really low interest game.
Yeah.
You know, how many people are here with you?
800.
I mean, it's Mexico, right? It's not the U.S.
Yeah.
Also, the game's not that exciting. It's like there's a clear winner. One team is much better than the other.
No, I almost wanted to end the stream already. I just don't want to do it because watch South Africa score as soon as I go out. And it's like, oh, fuck, we have a game now.
Yeah, I mean, hang out for the last 15 minutes or so. But, I mean, this is a great opening result for Mexico. Not a great performance, but sometimes you also don't want to peak too early, right? So for Mexico, if this is just a starting point and they continue to get better throughout the tournament, then they'll take it, you know? You don't want to peak too early.
Yeah, also in the World Cup, ultimately it's 100% results driven. They're getting the 3 points,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And they're getting it while being able to rest a few guys too, because now they've subbed them out. It's been under control. So if I was Mexican, I would take it. This is a good game for them in terms of result and how things played out. No injuries. Everything's been great for them. With 13
I'm going to say,
minutes.
though, for South Africa, the big takeaway is they're even worse than I thought they were. Like, I
Yes.
had no hopes for South Africa going into this, but even I'm kind of surprised by how bad they've been. Like, so bad.
Yeah, unless South Korea and Czechia really shock me, I don't see South Africa getting a single point in this group.
No, I don't see it either. I don't see it either.
They're just, and the thing that people are going to say it's one game. Yeah, but you can tell in one game, just like by the way they move the ball, the way they can't connect one pass, the way they position themselves, the way they defend too. It's just
Yeah,
piss
it's the
poor.
basic profile of the players too. They can't build out under any kind of pressure. There's no creativity in this South Africa team. Doesn't even seem that physical, to be honest. I'm trying to point to a single strength, and I can't really point to one.
No, there's absolutely nothing. They don't even run more than Mexico.
No. Oh my God. I will say Mexico's keeper looks a little iffy at times.
Yes, you see in the first half too when he tried to come out of
Yeah.
that with that ball.
That ball, and then there was one time there was a long shot that he should have just caught, and he kind of spilled it. It spun over his hands, and he had to like scramble to get it. And some of his passing out of the back has been a little bit nervy as well. So
Mm-hmm.
I think Mexico, South Korea, Czechia might be a better game.
It will be. I'm looking forward to that one tonight.
Yeah, that'd be a fun one.
Not a super high interest game, but I am interested in how this game will play out.
Well,
Better
you and I are
quality.
also watching every game, right? We got to watch every game. So
Yeah, it'll just be rough to watch Algeria and Jordan at midnight for me.
that one I may not watch.
They're also
Depending
not
on what else.
they're not going to go through also, at least not expected to go through. And the time, dude, midnight.
Yeah.
Also,
All right,
that might
Dak,
be
I'm gonna
yeah.
run to the restroom. I'll be back right around the end of the game.
Okay, I'll see you soon. Okay, back to the game here. 2-0 Mexico. So far, as I predicted. And if anyone doubts me, let me put this here. I tweeted this out in the morning. I tweeted it out. You guys, people need to start showing tactical managers some respect. Look at this. Look on screen right now. Look at this. Match day 1 predictions. I put Mexico 2, South Africa 0. South Korea 2, Czechia 1. That's my other prediction. It looks like I'm about to nail this one, as expected. Anyone that's followed me in the last World Cup would remember I was getting most of the results right, most of the predictions, most of them. And as the World Cup goes on, it becomes even easier because then you start to actually see the teams. And here's a shot from South Africa, saved by Rangel, 80 minutes and 30 seconds. So we got 10 minutes to go plus added time, probably like 4 minutes added, I would say. By the way, how many likes do we have in the video right now? How many likes do we have in the video? Let me check. I wanted us to hit 1,000, but that's impossible. We didn't even have 1,000 people here today. 550, not bad. Not bad. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Not bad. We could go more, but not bad that we hit 550. Not bad at all. Okay, back to the game here. 81 minutes. We got 9 minutes plus added time. The game is 100% under control for Mexico. The question is just whether or not they will get an extra goal here, which goal differential does matter. You should try to score more goals if you can. But regardless, I don't think they can actually complain about it. A 2-0 win, first game. Oh, wait, VAR. VAR. For what? Hold on. VAR for what? Let's see. So they're claiming the African player, the South African player, kind of smacked the Mexican player on the head. I don't know, man. Could they give him a red there? It's more of a flop. I wouldn't. If you want to give a yellow, sure, but that's not a red. I'm sorry, that's not a red. I wouldn't give it a red. No. Why is the ref still checking that? Dude, that's not a red. He was trying to get rid of the player. That's not a red. Let's see what the ref's going to do. So the ref, he's going to talk to the crowd. And what is the ref going to say? He's going to say holding, offense, 5-yard penalty, second down, third. What is he saying? They're saying, Rogelio's saying, friendly reminder to join the Discord server to grow the community. In the description, free. Everyone is welcome. Yes. In the description, you can join our Discord. It's in the description. So the ref is giving the South African player a red. A red card. Dude, this South African team is a mess, man. They're going out of the World Cup with 0 points. What a mess of a team. My goodness. Personally, I don't think that should have been a red. Like, I don't think so. I know some of you are saying it should be a red. It felt like he was just trying to get rid of the player. I don't think so. "84 minutes." Now, Mexico 100%. Like, right now, this is very likely the final result because Mexico just doesn't want to concede a goal here. And South Africa, they have to hold on to this 2-0 loss and then try to fight for another games. They can't get that bad of a goal differential. Lyndon Donovan said clear intent. I didn't see clear intent. It looked like he collided with the player, and then he just kind of like tried to hit the guy away, and then it smacked him. I didn't see clear intent. You can give it a red if you want to, but it's a soft call. So 85 minutes now. Is the World Cup rigged already? Nah, look. Mexico deserved the win. This red card is irrelevant. Mexico deserved the win. They were clearly the better side. So whatever we think about this red card, it was not rigged. Mexico was the better team. And you guys know I'm very good at hating on Mexico, but they were clearly the better side here. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind. Eric Lito with the ball. It looks like both teams now are comfortable with the result. Mexico doesn't care to go for the third goal. South Africa just doesn't want to concede another goal. They seem both 100% comfortable with this result now. And yes, everyone, don't forget to join our Discord community. The link is in the description. Also, if you want to download FootMob, make sure to use my link in the description as well, as it's free. And if you want to play Underdog, go and use our link in promo code TACTICAL. Use our code TACTICAL. Once you play $5 on anything at Underdog, you get $50 in bonus credit. So link to all of that is in the description if you want to, of course. And in the process, obviously, you're helping the channel as well. Gilberto Moura cuts inside. And Santi, nothing out of it. No, not Santi. Sorry. Got it confused. Number 14. And here comes South Africa. Could be a counterattack. They just can't do anything right. My goodness. Can South Africa do anything right? Oh, the South African player there almost kicked Reyes on the floor. He was going to get another red. He was going to get another red. He was 100% going to get another red. $87 minutes, so 3 minutes to go plus added time. My guess for added time, 5 minutes, 6 minutes maybe, roughly. Okay, here comes Mexico with the ball. Chavez. Gilberto Moura. Comfortable win here for the Mexicans. Comfortable win. Clean sheet, 2-0 win. I'm hoping the U.S. can pull something like this tomorrow. That's what I'm hoping. Montes to Reyes. Mexico trying to just killing off the game now, just holding the ball. Is number 14 Sante Jimenez? Ever since he's gotten in, he's been completely abysmal. No, that's not Sante Jimenez. Who's number 14? Oh, it's Armando Gonzalez from Chivas. Yeah, it's Armando Gonzalez from Chivas. $88 minutes and 40 seconds. One more minute, and then we have added time. What would you guys in the chat? Oh, Pete's here. Hold on, Pete's here. What would you guys rate this game from 1 to 10?
I'd give it a 4.
I'd say so. I
Not
can't give it.
awful, but for a World Cup opener, it's so uninspiring.
Yeah, there were also 2 goals, right? It wasn't 0-0. There were goals. I'd say like somewhere between a 3 or a 4 out of 10. That's what I'd say.
Yeah.
It wasn't an exciting. Also, like South Africa never really put up a challenge in this game. They never had a shot.
Dude, they're bottom of this group. I would be very surprised if South Africa doesn't. Also, 2 guys sent off now. This is really
Will they
bad.
even score a goal?
They may not.
They look worse than Qatar in the last World Cup. Qatar looked more competent.
Yes, than this. Also, like, even the marking on Jimenez's goal, like, there was nobody near him. How do you get that free in a 6? That's like some Miles Robinson level defending.
Yeah, and there's a player from Qatar. He tried to kick Reyes on the floor. Now he shoved Edson. He might just want to get a red also so he can go on vacation in the U.S.
Bro, this is so embarrassing for South Africa. Some people are saying Enciso is starting. There's reports that Enciso is starting tomorrow.
I didn't see that, dude. Let me see. Enciso. Let me see. Enciso, Paraguay. I don't see anything. I mean, maybe they'll inject him with like painkillers. He's definitely not going to be 100%, guys, regardless. By the
Yeah.
way, 7 minutes added. It's like the last World Cup. Remember, they were just adding like 10 minutes every game.
Yeah. Trying to get as much airtime as possible. I don't know.
I don't know, dude. It's because of the hydration breaks now too. But this game is like it's dead. Like right now, both teams are okay with the result. Mexico is okay with the 2-0, and South Africa is okay with the 2-0. And here comes South Africa with number 20. That is horrible on the count. Oh my God, Cesar Montes might get a card.
You got a red?
Oh my God, is it a red? That's such a stupid red if he gets it. So unnecessary. Okay, yellow or red. Wait, hold on. Red. Oh my God, what a fucking idiot. He got a red.
Montes got sent off?
What an
For
idiot.
what? What did he do?
He fouled as the last man.
Oh my God. That's a bad for Mexico. That's bad.
Let me see. Yeah, there's a case to be made for that being a red. He went all for the guy's body and the guy was through. There's a case to be made for it being a red. It could be a yellow also, but I understand why they would
Oh,
go red.
oh. Yeah, that's a red, man. He didn't even go for the ball. That was I don't know if it was dangerous, but it was definitely last man. Oh my God. This game has more red cards than goals.
Mm-hmm. I was about to tweet that too. I was like 3 red cards and 2 goals. Yeah, and that's just silly from him because he has a very important game next. Like the next game
South
is
Korea.
crucial. And this game was over.
Yeah, why?
They're saying that was not a red. Guys, look, if they gave a yellow, I would be okay with it. There is a case to be made because that guy was through and he was probably going to go for a shot against the goalkeeper. Probably a soft red. I also thought the little punch that they thought it was a punch, I thought it was a normal movement of the arm. The guy was like trying to shove the
I don't
player.
think that was normal, dude. I think that was he clawed his eye. I don't think that was normal. I think that was a red.
Okay, free kick here for South Africa. At this point for Mexico, just hold on to the 2-0 win. And here comes the free. What the hell was that? Watch this, Pete. They definitely did not practice what they just did. That was
Went to
not a
talk to the coach
train.
before the game.
Dude, they didn't train this set piece. They just winged it right there. That's why it
Well,
was
he just
terrible.
ran. Mokoena just ran straight to the coach before taking the free kick. He told him something.
Yeah, but did you see the play?
No, it hasn't gone yet.
You'll
I'm gonna
see.
get an antenna for tomorrow.
Yeah, just get it on Walmart. It's cheap.
I order on Amazon too.
Yeah, it's just that Walmart, you just come out with it already, right? You have it already. But you could
Mhm.
order also now on Amazon. It'll be at your house tomorrow morning. Oh boy.
What? That was so bad.
What was that? You might as well just had tried a direct kick.
Yeah, what?
Like South Africa doesn't seem like a professional team, dude. They don't seem like
It's
prepared for the game.
Mamelodi Sundowns. Most of their players are from Mamelodi Sundowns, dude. And they have one Hanover defender and one Chicago Fire defender and one Premier League striker. That's it. They don't look like a serious team,
No.
which makes this look
Unbelievable.
even worse for Mexico because you're 9 men down. How is it only 2-0?
Yeah, and Mexico
9 men
hasn't
down against what looks like an amateur team.
created anything since the second goal.
No,
Nothing.
playing against 9 men. In fact, South Africa have more of the ball.
Yes, Africa got better when they got a red. I'm hoping for one more red, right? We could use one more red in this game. One more.
For Mexico.
Yeah, one more. 4 reds in the first game, and that's a solid opener right there. 4 red cards. Okay, bad touch there by Vega.
Dude, even the Mexico players look really confused about what they're supposed to do.
Uh-huh. I think it's an encouraging result for Mexico, not an encouraging performance.
No, no, not at all.
Like, I would be actually, I would be confident the US playing both of these teams.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see how we look tomorrow. If we're nervy, we could also look bad against Paraguay. Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's see
Yeah,
how we
you're
look.
right.
We haven't had a competitive game in over a year with this first team since Nations League when we lost to Panama and Canada. So we probably should not talk until we win a competitive game.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Let's beat Paraguay tomorrow before we say
Beat
anything.
Paraguay and then we can talk.
Yes. Okay, 30 seconds to go. Like, the ref might as well end the game at this point.
Yeah, like, dude.
Maybe gets paid per minute.
I don't know what this is, but it's bad.
Yeah. We got to remember one thing. South Africa was one of the worst host performing nations of all time alongside Qatar, right? And it seems like 16 years later, not much has changed. And that's game. Everyone, that's it for today. At least here, we're going to go to 11 Yanks at 10 p.m. Eastern time for the South Korea versus Czechia game, which I think it'll be better than this one. The game.
I think so.
I think so.
I think so too, yeah.
That's all for today. Thank you very much, Underdog, for sponsoring the stream. Guys, if you want to play Underdog, the link is in the description, and use my promo code TACTICAL to get the special offer. And that's all. Pete, any final thoughts before we go? The World Cup is here, even though the game
World
was
Cup is here. I'm excited. Not a great first game, but congratulations to Mexico for getting the win. You're going to have to play a lot better than that if you want to top your group. But it's a good start, good 3 points. Let's see what South Korea and Czechia looks like. South Africa, so far, AFCON's reputation in this World Cup is not looking great. I know it's one team, but so far, CONCACAF showing better than AFCON.
Good for us. Even though I wasn't rooting for Mexico, good for us. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Drop a like, subscribe before you go. And bye-bye. We'll see you all later.